Excuse me. Hey, I don't think you understand. I eat a lot of ass.
I eat ass. I eat a lot of ass. I eat ass. I eat a lot of ass. From black to brown to Asian, I eat a lot of ass. I eat way too much ass. It affects my nutrition. If there was an ass eating competition, I would easily win, cause I eat the whole ass. Cause I eat the whole ass. Eat the whole ass. Eat the whole ass, bro. I eat the whole ass. 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 I eat the
You know, in this game, you gotta eat the whole ass, bro. Ain't no playing around. You just gotta get in there and you gotta eat the whole ass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, this song's too much. This song's too much. This song's too much. I didn't think it was this evil. I didn't think it was this evil. The ads are back. I know they're back. It's not that song was a bit too much. I'm gonna lose my mind here. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god. That was scary. I'll admit that was a bit scary. Holy fuck. All right, chat, welcome. I do have to leave at a certain time today. I have to go take something over to the wife, all right, while she's at work, okay? I have to go drive with my vehicle. I have to do that. That is something I have to do. Give me 1 second. I got to get my watermelon dog. Hi, Fox. Hi, Zach. Hi, Cody. Hi, Ben. Hi, hello. I eat ass. Okay, there we go. We should be good. Okay, it's not showing up. Botrix, thanks for at least getting the chat running. Oh, that's not what I want. We're on this. But before... No, she's not preggers. Jesus Christ. Where did you get that idea? Hi, Cryptid. But before we get into this video about Mutahar, which is something I wanted to get into yesterday, but I was having some technical issues, all right? I was having some technical issues, and I was not able to get on. My computer was being a bitch, all right? My computer was being a fucking bitch. So I wasn't able to get on yesterday, which sucked. I'm just gonna show you something really quick.
Want to deal with somebody super young, so you have to go to like a B lender, which fucks you in the ass even more. Okay, just the process of buying a home, you might as well bend over like this.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Spread your ass.
Oh!
And prepare to get in every conceivable.
Oh my god! Oh,
way, okay? There are
that's what Mutahar is going to prepare for here. That's what Mutahar is preparing for here. I was just taking a stab in the dark at your announcement. No, that's disgusting. Preggers is just fucking gross, man. Jesus Christ. God. What the fuck, man? What? All right, but Harmful Opinions made a video called I Hate Mutahar. Then he made a second video today about Mutahar response. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Mutahar actually, if you try to comment engineer in his comment section, it gets filtered out. So it's getting interesting. Nick Andros might have raped Muta. We might have had a Nick Andros rape of Mutahar. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Today's video is brought to you by my stupidity, ladies and gentlemen. I am not a smart person. I am a very stupid individual.
Yesterday, in preparation to watch a video by Nicandros on stream, I took a quick look into who Mutahar is because I wasn't really familiar with him. As it turns out, he's a really interesting guy. Mutahar really likes to remind people that
YouTube isn't my job.
people scoff at this, but it's true. It's not his job. It's much more than that. It is the core of who he is and the foundation of his self-worth.
I'll be honest with you guys. I have a reason to live, really, and that's you all. Might sound grim. You might be like, "What are you trying to say?" No, that's the truth. I have a reason to really go on living. You know what I mean? Other than that, what else did I have forward to look to in my life?
Whoa!
Menial job.
But just remember, chat. This is not his job. YouTube is not his job. He's just a simple man who works a 9 to 5 and he owns a business. He's not a YouTuber, by the way. He is not a YouTuber. That is not his job. He just uploads as a hobby. This is just a hobby for him.
And whatnot, just becoming the standard 9 to 5.
Being watched and adored by strangers on the internet is entwined with his mental health to a disturbing degree.
You're important to me, If I ever lost one subscriber, I feel heartbroken. If I do lose, I feel heartbroken because that's one person who used to like what I did, and they're gone.
He's wise not to say it so much anymore, as any normal person will find the sentiment quite sickening, but I think deep down, he still views his subscribers as literal family to him.
I'm not even kidding. I'd die for you. You all mean a lot to me. You have to realize that. Okay, this is a family to me. I treat you all as if you were my brothers and sisters, right? Like,
oh, Muta.
That's how deep the connection is, at least for me. All right, I know
that's a little too parasocial, Muta. That's a little too parasocial. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying you love your fans and that I don't think there's anything wrong with like being happy about having like fans and being like, you guys are amazing, you guys are awesome, you guys are giving me what I have now. Like I love you guys are great, but you also have to be able to create a boundary. You also have to be able to create that boundary as well. Obviously, this is his old content, and I think this is just silly because it's funny that nowadays he claims YouTube isn't his job. He's just a humble guy. But back then, oh, you guys are everything to me. I die for you. I would die. I would be dead. This is why I'm living. I'm living because of YouTube. But this isn't his job, though. This is not his job.
Sounds somewhat weird to people. It's like, wow, why would you say that? No, it's the truth. Okay, I love you all.
Before you complain that the tidbits we'll be trolling through today are 10 years old, I'd like to remind you that that's still more recent than the Pirate Software-esque high school Nepo daycare Mutahar apparently still uses to big himself up as being a professional engineer with.
I was basically finishing up my, high school diploma and everything, and at the time, I worked a little computer programming job. I worked as a pen tester, you know what I mean? Like, I got into the whole thing early. I had a couple connections.
Or perhaps his claims of being an engineer come from the job he quit in 2013 to pursue film when he was 18 or 19, which is presumably the awful bank app programming job you may have heard him mention.
So, for me, I left that
Okay,
job.
so a bank app, yeah.
I left pen test. I left all that kind of stuff. I left a soulless career, and I jumped onto film and TV.
Then again, maybe none of this is where his claims of being an engineer come from, because back then, he called the career path that of a blue-collar computer programmer. Did you know that he didn't actually start calling himself specifically an engineer until over a year after he stopped studying to become one and started pursuing film instead?
Interesting. I was going to say, okay, so it's an app for a bank. I wouldn't call myself an engineer if that was my job. I wouldn't do that. Okay. And then he stopped doing it. He said the job was soulless, but somehow this guy's an engineer who, if he was an engineer, he got back into engineering afterwards, even though he considered what he was doing previously as soulless. But nowadays, he considers it to be a hobby. Interesting.
As far as I can tell from public record, it's only in 2015 that he switched from saying he was a programmer to saying he was an engineer. At first a dead-end computer engineer, but over time, somehow, for some reason, it morphed into a source of pride and, more importantly, credibility, and he clearly became very attached to the title.
I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer.
I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm just an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm just a fucking engineer.
I'm a goddamn engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
As an engineer, being an engineer, I have to tell you as an engineer. I'm just a dumb engineer as an engineer. My engineer asked, but as an engineer, I'm just a fucking dumb fucking engineer. Like I told her, like, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. As an engineer, I'm an engineer. As somebody that is an engineer, as an engineer. I'm saying I'm the number one engineer as an engineer. As an engineer, right? As an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
It would seem that the further he gets from being an engineer, the more of an engineer he becomes. I have to agree with Nick Andros that it looks very strange.
It looks
even stranger, though, if you happen to be aware that in 2014 he made a video where he claims to have worked in video editing, film, and TV for 4 years.
If you don't know, I work in the video editing industry, and I work in film and television in general, and in there, I get a lot of work, thank God. I'm a kind of guy who hasn't had a vacation in about 4 years now, because even if I try to have a vacation, I always end up bringing work with me, and while I do have a good time, I do end up working constantly. So for 4 years, I have been pretty much working the whole same job.
And this is when, I'd have to look back at the timeline that Nick Andros made, actually. Let me see if I can look at Nick Andros. Let's see.
Welcome.
They all have deep voices. It's a little disturbing. I want to see that timeline again, because I want to see... I actually want to try to compare this. Fuck, where's the timeline, Nick Andros? Okay, here we go. Let's look at this timeline. Hashtag Marcus Gain. Hi, cats. Sorry, the ats are back. Hi, Jimbo. We're a little early today. Usually I'm on at around 1 or 2. I got on at around 12. I was actually going to get on at 10. But I didn't do 10. Because I didn't want to. Alright, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry, but I didn't want to. I was going to do 10. Hold on. There you guys go. We also have this. We also have this. Just we'll keep that to the side. We'll keep that to the side. We'll check out this. So he got his diploma here in 2015, and then he worked there for video editor. Okay, so we have this timeline. He was a video editor, and he is confirming here that he was working for about 4 years. So about end of 2015 to maybe around 2020. And then now from 2020, he's a day trader investor and works at his own company. And then mentions he was a computer engineer for the first time in June 2019. So, yeah, unless he was working as some movie, not movies, but like on television stuff and video editing and stuff and doing an engineering job at the same exact time, I highly doubt he worked. I think the time frame that we have here is for about a year. Right here, this little speck at 18, he worked for a bank app and did some of the scripting or programming or whatever for them. And I think that's all he's ever done. And that's it. I think that's all he's ever done for less than a year. Because I can't see in this time frame where he might have been working at like another place. Maybe in the same frame as working, going to college for his degree. Maybe.
That job, 4 years, 2014. So you were doing that since 2010, 2 years before you normally tell us you started to get interested in editing to begin with. I'll put this one down to him having a stroke or something. He's not the most coherent speaker at the best of times. But there is at least one genuine issue with his career in editing and film that I noticed.
Ooh,
you may not have known that Mutahar has a very strong connection to Japan. In August of 2015, he let everyone know that he lived there at some point.
For those of you who don't know, I used to actually primarily work and operate in Japan.
And man, when I lived over there, like, Japan's like a really interesting place, alright?
He's also visited many times for work. Mutahar has made some videos where he talks about real spooky experiences he's had. One of those being when he heard footsteps in Japan. In that video, he also talks about his work there. He explains he went to make a documentary
I'm jobbing
on
it. I'm jobbing
Aokigahara
it.
Forest.
I go to Japan. I have work in Japan annually that I do. It's, if you guys don't know what I do for a living, it's video editing and whatnot, and I work on production work. Now, in Japan, there is a forest called Aokigahara Forest. Now, I'm on there doing a shoot. It's sort of like a documentary-esque look into Aokigahara Forest.
He tells us that he had to trek through that forest, and that he came across clothing which he picked up.
So, as we're trekking through the forest, I come across clothing. Now, the guy who's coming with us, who basically shows us the forest and navigates us through it, tells me that it's fresh. Incredibly sad sight to bear. And I picked it up and I held it for a little bit and I, soaked it all in.
It might be tempting to assume because he's telling a ghost story that this is completely made up. But it's not a
True.
fantastical story, it's his IRL ghost stories. And all that happened was he heard some footsteps and got scared. It is presented as truth. And he actually talks about his visit again 3 years later in 2018, when he condemns Jake Paul for his Aokigahara video. And he says something interesting.
Me personally, I have a little bit of history to this, and the reason I'm making this video is because I've been to the same forest, Aokigahara Forest in Japan. It is a very ethereal place, a place where a lot of people die.
And what does he say he did there?
Me visiting there at one point in my life, it is a very interesting place. I never had the entire intention to film it, never did.
He never intended to film there, and he never did film there. When you were there, as you told us before, to film a documentary-esque video on the forest.
But I've never seen any dead body, never seen it, but then again, I never really ventured too far into it. I got to see it firsthand.
You never ventured too far in to the forest you said 3
Interesting.
years ago you trekked through with a small crew. To be fair, he is consistent about never
Interesting.
seeing a dead body, which he said before he, would have buried.
Thankfully, the good part about the story is we never came across that body. And it's also sad in a way too, because if I did, I'd definitely give it a fucking burial and whatnot, do to honor the dead.
What? Oh, well, that's just like retarded. I wouldn't bury it. I'd probably call somebody so they could, like, I don't know, identify the person, identify the body, so they can, inform the family or inform, like, people of what happened to their, like, what happened to this individual, probably, before burying them, and probably not burying them in the fucking forest. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if people, like, get buried in the forest, but I don't think I would bury the body in the forest. That seems a bit weird.
Nevertheless, at least one of these stories must be a lie. I would suggest there's a hint about which one in this bizarre phrasing.
I never had the entire intention to film it, never did.
Never had the entire intention to film it? And the fact that telling people about how you messed around with the clothing of people who recently killed themselves wouldn't be a good look in a video condemning Jake Paul for his lack of respect. Engineer or not, he's certainly told at least one lie about his film career. Anyway, enough of that for now. Let's get back to the claims of being an engineer. While these days he simply peppers his questionable qualification into any coverage he can, a decade ago he was much naughtier, in a way that seems to have never been addressed. Many people don't care if some guy on YouTube is saying he's an engineer, even if he really can't rightfully use that title. But he's done something a bit more than that, a bit more specific. Let's read through an old Some Ordinary Gamer's Facebook post. Out of the hundreds of videos I have made, I personally felt really proud of this one due to the methods of filming it and the finesse I put into making this one. I put finesse in everything, but this video speaks to me personally. As an engineer.
As an
Let's get a taste of this
engineer.
masterpiece.
Power
Okay.
this thing on, and you come across a set of flashing lights over here, and you got
Beautiful audio engineering, sophisticated framing. Before my whole YouTube channel, I worked in the tech and cybersecurity industry. Cybersecurity industry? Ah yes, the high school job he got from having connections. You'd certainly guess that means something
Oh,
else
it was
from
in
reading
high
this, though,
school, okay.
without that context. Wouldn't you? One of my highlights was being able to test stuff like this. It makes me feel alive, knowing that I can use this YouTube channel not just to share creepypastas, but my love of tech from time to time. This will not be a common trend of videos. Every once in a while I do stuff like this because it makes me feel really alive. Doing an unboxing like this from a company I follow and hold dear to me as a tech enthusiast, I feel honored to be the few to do this, and you all are to thank for it. I would not be here if it wasn't for you awesome people. I personally teared up editing this video because for the first time I've been supported by
my
caring
God.
and loving people. And to be at a milestone
God,
like
this is so... He's like stroking his cock. He's like stroking his cock. He's jobbing it. Jim Bup, he's jobbing it. He's unironically jobbing it. This is the definition of jobbing it. Oh, I'm jobbing it. I'm jobbing it. Oh, I'm jobbing it. Oh.
in my life shows that I have the best family a guy could ask for. I wouldn't change anything for the world, and I will always be your same lovable goof. For those who have been here since the beginning or just a few seconds ago,
he's so vague about what he actually what his actual work was. Then worked on a banking app. What? Yeah, the only job that we know of that he's actually truthful about or that he's talked about is a banking app that he worked for in high school, where he did maybe some of the script writing, possibly, for like the app, aka like the programming, maybe, which I wouldn't consider that an engineer. But it's just, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, you're right. He's extremely vague about, like, he's worked in the cybersecurity industry. Like, okay, what did you do? What was your job? What were you working on? He's never ever said at least what he does. Like, I don't need you to name a company or name some sort of place. You don't have to do that. I've said multiple times that I've been in the restaurant industry and I never named the actual restaurant, right? But I could describe to you what I usually would do on a daily basis. He never does this. He just says like, "Oh, I'm a computer engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer. I've been in cybersecurity." It's like the only job you so far told us about is some banking app job that you got when you were a kid. And then for some reason, you dropped out of college when going to engineering, which you self-admitted, and then went into the film industry. But somehow in this time frame that we've looked at here, somehow in this time frame, he was also working an engineering job that he somehow doesn't want to talk about. In this time frame, he was working an engineering job as well that he doesn't want to admit to, that he doesn't want to say what he did. He just says it's cybersecurity. The only the only logical conclusion I can come to is that he worked on malware that probably had something to do with phishing banking apps. Possibly. I think he just made from what I understand, he just worked on the bank's app. So essentially just made like it just did the programming for the app. I think that's all he did. And if this guy does like programming, I find it also very funny that this guy says that he does like programming on the side now. Now he does it on the side as a hobby. But in the previous thing that we just looked at, he said specifically that doing that programming stuff was like a living hell or something. Like he hated it. It was mind numbing. It was depressing. But apparently it's a hobby now to him.
Thank you for changing this person's life and making it so much more enjoyable than what it used to be. When all this is said and done, I hope you all know that despite the entertainment that I've provided you all, and for those who say I make them happy, you all have no idea just how happy each and every one of you make me. Thank you for supporting me and allowing me to do videos like this.
And the guy has multiple times claimed YouTube is not his job. It's a hobby. It's just a hobby. He has a regular 9 to 5. He's just a regular worker. He's just a regular blue-collared guy. He doesn't say he was working for the bank, so I can only assume he engineered malware he sold to Indian scammer bros. That's crazy if that's true. That's crazy if that's the case. Oh, man. That'd be fucking crazy. I mean, listen, he apparently got it in high school from connections. Just saying, he's Indian, just saying. But another thing to note is he's always talking about how YouTube isn't his job. It's not this isn't a job. This is just a hobby. But he's constantly buttering up his audience, telling them how much he loves them, how much they mean to him, how they've given him such a great opportunity. Opportunity to do what exactly is my question. He is also a gamer. Gamers are known to do fucky shit.
This heart emoji. So what is this video he's talking about? It's an ad. Oh, just because he was sent something doesn't mean it's an ad, and it's even disclosed in the title that they sent it to him. No, it's a full-on ad. The disclosure of that fact is just hidden below the fold. Muta used his claim to be an engineer to pose as an expert while advertising for Intel.
I myself used to be an engineer before I went to the video editing route. Now, as an engineer, I played around with the latest PC parts.
Not only does he claim he was an engineer, he specifically states that his work as an engineer involved playing around with the latest PC parts. To big up Intel, the company that's sponsoring this video, he claimed to have direct expertise with parts like this. The two jobs I'm aware of him claiming to have had before he started YouTube were the high school penetration testing one and programming bank applications.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a guy who used
So it's so two different things. So some penetration, I guess he used to get penetrated. And then the bank application thing. Okay.
code bank applications. Really boring shit.
Which
Yeah,
one
he used to code bank applications.
of those involved playing around with the latest processors and graphics cards? Oh, do you mean you did that in your own time while you were an engineer? But Muta, you like to brag about how little tech you had back then.
I was editing stuff on this laptop and recording stuff here. Now I'm gonna show you guys what this fucking...
Muta, I'm going to have to ask that you substantiate this claim you made in an advert for Intel, that you were an engineer who, as an engineer, played around with the latest tech. If it's not true, using those credentials to big up a company that's sponsoring you is fucked. In my personal opinion, that would make you a scammer. I have to imagine it's not
Whoa.
particularly legal either, but I'm not a lawyer and I'm not going to go into that. It's just obviously bad enough on its own. But harmful, he's a nice guy, he does good things. Yeah, he does. He's a hero in real life. Even back then. Let's read a couple of the stories he's told. He once taught a mother how to look after her child. It's okay for kids to ring your doorbell once in a while, but to call you a dried up cunt is pushing it far and above unacceptable. I go to this child's mother, repeat the phrase, and she goes of to defend her kid. Rest assured, I taught her how to fucking parent. If you want to procreate, make sure you are kids, have good values, and learn some damn respect. Cause I don't take that shit.
Oh my
Mutahar.
god.
Damn, Muta.
Oh my god, Muta, you really got him, Muta. Oh, that's oh, I can't even speak. I can't even fucking speak. I'm losing my mind. That's a toughie. That's a tough one to listen to without cringing. 1 gallon beer.
You kicked that toddler's ass. But he's not just a stone-cold badass. He also has a heart of gold. He's a philanthropist. This may not be gaming related, but I feel it's something to share. This morning while coming home from my office, I saw a wealthy individual talking down to someone.
Oh, this is so hard. Dude, I didn't realize how cringe Muta was. Holy fuck, this is... Oh, he's been stroking his ego since forever, dude. Holy shit. This guy's been stroking himself since day one. Okay.
That was homeless, simply for the reason that he made more money and therefore was a better fit to society. I did everything to this man to shut him up, short of getting violent. What, did you let him sniff your poop spittoon? I've been at both ends of the spectrum, but I've never been homeless in my life. I suspect there's another spectrum you're on too, brother. The way some people treat others is absolutely horrible. No one is a better man or woman simply because they have more. So many factors go into that. Money does not define you as a person. I ended up giving this man what he considers a small fortune. $130 in my wallet. The individual was very grateful for it and proceeded to hug me. Saint Mutahar, beloved of the homeless. Now, I didn't give him money simply for being homeless. I gave him money because it was the human thing to do.
Because it was the human
you're not
thing
tricking
to
me.
do.
Life isn't about living for yourself or spreading some great message or winning a few battles here and there. It's simply about being a good person. It's kind of funny when I say I learned this morals from ordinary video games. But it's true. What, the rising price of AAA? Is that why you gave him
Oh my god, it's his name. Some ordinary gamer. Oh my god. He's like putting, and just to think, I learned all of this from some ordinary games. Some ordinary gamers signing out. Oh man, that's, yeah, I don't know what to say to that. That's tough. Let's bounce, shall we? Let's bounce, shall we? Let's boing. Let's bounce, let's boing. God, dude, I'm so pissed about the ads being back again. Why is YouTube doing this?
$130? Okay, look harmful, please. It's pretty cringe, but he doesn't deserve this. Think of his health. Think of his heart condition. You know that stress gives him cancer, as he explained in 2014. For those out there, I've had a bad couple of days as of now, and why I've been unable to stream. I have several medical conditions, and although my stress has always been high and this is my coping method for that, I believe family heart issues have surfaced, and I've been cursed with them. I also believe that cancer could be involved as a potential factor in the situation, alongside work problems IRL. Were you telling people you might have cancer because of...
Wait, hold on. Isn't this the same guy who went in on Boogie? This is the same dude who went in on Boogie and, like, fucking attempted to, like, rape Boogie. Oh, hi, Reservoir. Hi, Resi. Hi, Resi viewers. Welcome, Raiders. Isn't Muta the same dude who went in on Boogie and, like, shit on him for the whole saying he might have cancer stuff? When he here said it might be cancer, what I'm going through might be cancer. Doing the same thing. Hi, Jesus Cow. Hi, Adriana. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Brett. Hello. Welcome in. Resi Raiders. It pairs together so well.
Doctor said that? Or was it whispered to you by one of your sleep paralysis demons? Because it's not a joke, is it, Mutahar? It's not something you should just play around with frivolously.
Your parents probably will also tell you straight up lying about having cancer is
Hi,
like
mummified
evil
butterfly.
Bad, okay? Like, god damn, if you believe in a god and the devil, you know that this shit is alone enough to send you down to fucking hell and burn there. That's how bad this is.
Yeah. This is the guy who talked about Boogie2988 lying about his cancer, getting super pissed off about it. When he was in the fucking call with Boogie, he was like, "This is why this shit pisses me off, because I had a family member with cancer." You did, so you're doing the same thing, though, Muta. You're doing the same thing. Hi, Mira. Mira! Little late to the party, don't you think, Mira?
Situation is.
To be fair, unlike Boogie, he didn't say he did have cancer. He just floated that possibility out there to the world for sympathy. And it can be scary. A couple years back, I had to have a scan done, which cleared up there wasn't a problem, but I was spooked, and I talked about it. I talked about what my doctor said and the test I was getting. I didn't say, I believe cancer could be involved in why I feel bad. That would be fucking weird. Mutahar, did you have a good reason to say...
You should probably not tell you... Listen, I have no issue with, like, informing your audience of maybe some sort of medical problem, because if this is your job, I think it is important to let your audience know in this, not in a parasocial way, but more in a sense like, I'm going through medical issues, I might not be able to upload as consistent, I might not be around as often, I'm going through some medical problems. So I think that's kind of like normal, but every time a YouTuber or somebody brings up like it's cancer, you either have to be able to just prove that it's cancer, like you have to be like, I'm going through cancer. You should never be one of those people that's like, I think cancer might be an option, because it almost feels like you're farming for some form of sympathy from other individuals. John Gamma Gooner? That is true. That is what Gamma is. Is Gamma here? I had to help Gamma out of VC. Oh, okay.
You thought cancer was involved? Or did you just throw it out there for giggles? Careful bringing up the big C word. Sunground Studios might try to make friends with you. You know, you actually remind me of him. Not because you're brown, because of the suits. No racism here. No Islamophobia. Not even going to mention the now deleted meeting with Al-Qaeda video. I don't know what's in that. Probably just an engineering conference. Yeah, this stuff's old. True. But how old's the stuff he was using just last month to claim engineering credentials? And it's not like he has a degree, is it? His cybersecurity background is a high school nepo job. Remind you of anyone else? He wants to live in the past? I'm merely obliging. And not only that, this is the foundation of his channel. This is the basis of his internet presence. When you see the die-hard fans who love him no matter what, been there from the start, the first million, it's because they've been told he'd die for them.
I thought he was a Hindu.
Loves them, that they're his family.
I actually don't know. I actually don't know what I'm pretty sure he was, wasn't Muta like a Buddhist or something? Maybe Hindu. It probably was Hindu. It makes more sense. It makes a little bit more sense. Gamma, can we play Barbie Horse Adventure Mystery Ride later? Ooh, that sounds fun.
Disgusting.
Can I join?
And this is just what can be found from a brief scan of his career yesterday morning, so I'd have some idea who Mutahar is.
Okay. Let's do this, because there's a new one. Mutahar, the engineer, responds.
Mutahar, of Some Ordinary Gamers, has just responded to commentary and questions regarding his claims of engineering credentials. Wait, what am I talking about? You don't see anything, do you? He hasn't posted a video, he hasn't made a tweet. Exactly. You don't see anything. Like
You don't
any
see
good
anything.
professional engineer,
Oh.
Mutahar found a technical solution. His response was to blacklist the word engineer and
Out of
perhaps
his
others
comment
from his
section.
comment sections.
Yup.
This is very easily confirmed by account switching or logging out. Let's leave a perfectly innocuous comment on his most recent video and include the word engineer, logged in as my Nightmare Club channel. Now let me switch back to harmful opinions. Let's sort by new to look at it. It is not there.
Derails in video ideas. A kid asked me once if it was safe for me to be in the sun. Since I'm made of chocolate, I could melt. Kids are funny.
Thank you for the 30 Canadian Captain C. We have some videos to watch here.
Moose are one of those animals. Now, what do I mean?
We're gonna derail. We're just gonna instantly go off the derail. Thank you for the 30 Canadian Captain C. Since you are a black man, since you are made of chocolate, you would melt in the sun. That is true. That is actually truthful information. Hello, my wand. Hello, hi.
I mean by that? I mean that you could look at this picture 900 times and a 901st will still put bricks in your pants. Also, fun fact, this picture's probably the reason you even know I exist. One of the first animal videos I ever made was dedicated to how much of a middle finger this was to my peace of mind. What was true back then is still very much
I came
true
in late
today.
from
Add
Resi
up to
Raid.
1700.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right with me. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, Captain C. My favorite Indian streamer. Yep. It's me. It's me, Marcus, the Indian. I am, in fact, Indian.
100 pounds and 7 feet tall. At the shoulders, the moose is always going to be one of those animals God forgot to put a size cap on. Moose are part
Holy
of the capriolinate
fuck,
deer
they're
family. The only
huge.
problem is this Roy deer is closer in size to an elephant than to a full-grown Bambi. And because you probably think I'm lying, the largest Alaskan moose ever caught was 1,808 pounds and 10 feet tall if
Oh.
you count the antlers. But like, why wouldn't you?
That's-
Moose are broken
that thing
in
is
many ways, but
huge.
the most obvious is how god big they are.
I think I better start back. I can't back up that fast, can I?
Oh my god!
The problem with being built like a truck with antlers is that very few things in nature have the ability or the audacity to ever try to check you. And while moose calves are obviously vulnerable to predators, there just aren't enough things in the world that are bold enough, desperate enough, or stupid enough to want smoke with a full-grown bull moose. And while wolves might hunt them, even a wolf pack will hesitate to test a healthy male moose's ability to turn you into past tense. And as solitary hunters that occasionally get their pushed in by smaller animals like the guanaco, most cougars won't even bother with a full-grown moose. In some
Look at that
places,
guy
grizzly
kicking
bears
his
have been
ass.
known to murk adult moose, but when the only thing in your area code that has even a chance at humbling you is literally one of the largest predators on the planet, that is a problem. And if you're 10 feet tall, pushing 2,000 pounds, wearing tree branches for a hat, a bear isn't going to try you unless it's its last possible option. Which is why one of the biggest threats to a healthy, full-grown, aggressive bull moose is an even bigger, aggressive bull moose. And that's because in what I can only describe as a dick move from nature, the same antlers that help it get laid are often what gets it laid to rest. Sometimes fighting males will get their antlers locked together, and that's basically a death sentence.
Damn.
Those two moose that are stuck together and can't break free will either starve to death, die of exhaustion, or a lucky bear will find them and take the 2 for 1. Exhibit A, these are 2 male moose that got locked together and ended
Oh
up
my-
freezing in a lake.
That's fucking crazy. What the fuck? What? I mean, poor moose. Poor moose. Hi, Dodongo. Hi. Hi, Dodongo. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Oh, now that most of you guys are here, by the way, I should mention this. The big announcement, my massive, huge Marcus announcement. August, all right, I'm just going to say this right now really quick. August is going to be one of the biggest months for the Marcus, all right? August is going to be the biggest month for the Marcus. We have multiple stream ideas set up for the beginning of August. We're going to do a rounds. So just as a starter, because we're gonna get more. Okay, you guys are gonna understand it after I explain this one. Hi, Abby. I'm gonna be doing a streaming until we beat round 300 of balloons. And there's going to be like things that you guys can do to stop me from getting to round 300. You guys are going to try to get me to stay on stream for as long as possible. Then when that stream ends in the same month of August, all right, we're also going to do a kind of like a subathon. So instead of a 48-hour or 72-hour stream, it's going to be a generic 24-hour stream. But every time we hit a goal, there is going to be a specific goal that increases the time by like a day. Like, for example, if we hit the goal of like, let's say it's $500, the goal is $500, I'll go for an extra day. We'll go another day, and then another day, and then another day, depending on what we hit. And that's obviously donathon. Donathon probably is a better word for it. We're going to be doing one of those this month as well. All right. We're going to do a lot of streaming in August because I missed out pretty much all of June, or not June, July. I missed out pretty much most of July. July, I was basically not around for like most of it. So August is going to be a very, very big month for Marcus. All right, we're going to get back into the groove. We're going to stream more often. It's going to be long. It's going to be long. It's going to be long is what I'll say.
Lake. And speaking of lakes, moose can swim. Because
you guys are going to get hours upon hours of streams from Marcus. That's what I think.
Food in lakes, so they'll dive up to 20 feet down to feed on the aquatic plants and vegetation at the lake bottom. As better swimmers than me, it's really not uncommon to see a moose swimming in an inlet connected to the sea or phelpsing between islands as they search for food. And at this point, you probably know exactly what direction this video is about to go in. Because this right here is how this ends up happening. Because the moose is basically defenseless in the water, and because orcas always choose violence, the killer whale is the only known marine predator of the moose. To be fair, Greenland sharks have been found what moose remains in their stomach, but for my mental health, we're going to assume the moose are already dead. But the truly messed up part is the only reason the moose even put themselves in this position is because they were looking for food. It's like finding a shortcut to Stop and Shop and then getting clapped in the car at a red light on the way there. And since orcas don't see
where are orcas native to? I actually have never seen an orca other than just like obviously at like SeaWorld or whatever when I was a kid. Are orcas like where do they all oceans of the world? Okay, they're pretty much everywhere. Interesting. They're fucking everywhere, I guess. Huh. Interesting. So you could just obviously not in shallow water, but if you're like swimming around in like some pretty deep ocean water and there's moose around, so Canada, so essentially Canada, don't swim out near the ocean in Canada with moose around is what I think. Probably best not to do that. Sounds like the move. Casual Geographic, love this guy's content. Hi, Except Bacon, hi. I'm gonna keep you live for a week. It's gonna, okay, you have to understand. I haven't set it up fully yet for that stream. We have the round 300 balloons one. I have that one all planned out and everything. That one's going to happen as soon as August starts, pretty much. It's pretty much going to start as soon as August starts. Not entirely. It's going to be like next week. But the second one where it's like non-stop streaming, I am still thinking about it because I'm like, if I set the goal to increase the day by this much, by this much, by this much, I'm obviously going to have to increase it. It's not just going to be the same amount every single time, because I feel like if it's the same amount every single time, especially if it's like a goal that people think is easy to reach, I'm going to get fucking raped. I'm going to get raped. I changed the second video for another casual Geo one about Black Air Force energy. Ooh, for your big stream, I'm going to need your Venmo or PayPal because YouTube won't let me do a $500 a day.
Source at least once in the history
Jesus
of mankind,
Christ.
lived through this and probably
I don't mean
never
$500 exactly.
So
I'll give you guys like an
and that's basically a walking
updated number of how to increase it. Okay, I'm still working at buffering it.
Those numbers might not mean much to you, but I can personally guarantee you this video will. Now ask yourself what's scarier, this moose running through snow or what in the possible it could be running from. And then there's this. I don't even really know how to
What
describe
the
this.
fuck?
Two options. Either the water's shallow or that's Jesus
That's
Christ.
got to be shallow water. That's got to be somewhat shallow water. There's no fucking way. That What? What am I looking at?
It's in moose form. The Messiah, if you will. For an animal that's dead-ass big enough and tall enough to have its own Wi-Fi, moose can sprint at top speeds of 35 miles per hour. Usain Bolt at
Jesus
his best maxed out
Christ,
at
and
just
it's
under
1,000
28 miles,
pounds?
meaning not even he could run from the smoke. Now there's probably two reasons why you've never seen a moose run at top speed. Well, number one, when you're built like a tree with legs, there isn't a whole lot in the world you need to run from. And number two, anyone that manages to motivate a several hundred-pound moose into breaking an Olympic record probably isn't going to be alive to talk about it. In a
Moose
country
can
with
water
bears,
bend.
Cougars in Florida, the most dangerous animal of all is a 10-foot vegan with antlers. But it's not really their
The
fault.
new
Moose
Avatar.
are deer, and as a rule, deer are just menaces to society. In America, deer cause about 1 million car accidents.
Stronger than what? What's her face? Katara? Not Katara. Who's the fucking the newer one? Who's the newer one? Is it Katara? Oh, Korra. Stronger than fucking Korra. Korra's weak ass could never take on a moose. God damn.
Accidents a year and about $1 billion worth
Yeah,
of damage
Korra.
to add
There
on
you
top
go.
of
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
And
Thank
the
you,
moose
Fox.
is by far the worst deer to hit. On a scale from 1 to absolutely...
Dude, a deer would,
your
not a deer,
bunkmates
a
would
moose
whine
would
seeing if
fuck
this
your
antler
car
grim
up,
reaper is
dude.
ever on the road with you. They say you should never swerve to avoid hitting an animal 95% of the time because you can lose control of your vehicle and end up hitting something way worse. That 5% is reserved for when this is on the road, because if your choices are hitting a moose or swerving, then your next choices are opened or closed casket. And because moose are so disrespectfully tall, hitting a moose often means taking out its legs. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. Only problem is moose are so goddamn big that they can often fall through your windshield and then put you on a headlight.
Ask my
The
family
worst
if I could
part
try
is
to
because
ride
they're
it.
so tall, the eyes don't reflect in your headlights
they-
the way they would for a
and they had to
normal-sized
hold
deer.
me back
That
before I got
combined with their
stomped the
blatant
fuck
disregard for anyone else's life means in moose country you can
You
easily
would've
go
got
from a person
fucked,
to a pack
doggo.
faster than you can brake. According to the internet, if you're about to hit a moose,
Jesus.
the best advice is to slow down, don't swerve, and pray to whoever you believe in. Just know that if it ever comes down to your car versus a moose, the moose might walk away, but you're not coming out of there without wings and a halo. But of course, moose don't need to be on the road to put you on a stretcher, and this is what makes them worse than the cougars and bears of the world. Predators like mountain lions or grizzlies don't normally see humans as happy meals, so most encounters are either territorial because some dude was either unlucky enough or stupid enough to get too close to their cubs.
Dude,
These guys-
fucking JVZ, if you guys know JVZ, he would have loved that thing. He would have loved that thing. JVZ would have been like, yes, dude. God, he would have loved that thing. Hell yeah.
These guys are different. Different as in they'll river dance all over your back and they don't really need a reason to do it. As big as they are, they're still a very much valuable prey animal, especially if they're young or sick.
Just know,
And due to
Dodongo,
the
you would have died
generational
that
trauma
day.
of being constantly hunted, moose are naturally wary, which makes them much more likely to attack unprovoked. It gets worse when people forget that they only have one chance at life and attempt to waste it by feeding a moose. This often leads not just moose but wild animals in general to associate humans with food, and with association comes expectations. A moose that's constantly been fed by humans is only going to expect food whenever it sees them. In a moose's head, it just makes sense. And failing to meet a moose's expectations is exactly how heaven gains angels. But a moose is at its most volatile when it's in rut. For those of you that don't know what rut is when male animals like camel or deer experience a surge in testosterone, which causes them to become more aggressive and more interested in
Is that
mating.
when they get, like,
And for those of you
hungry?
that already know what rut is, I know how you know. I know how you know. And for moose, this surge in testosterone turns them into 10-foot frat boys on spring break, and sometimes they cause just as much damage. Every
This
year
isn't
in
someone's
America and
fucking
Canada, people visit the emergency room because they
neighborhood.
got too close to a moose, and that moose decided to play hopscotch on their back.
Oh god. Oh god.
Sometimes moose cut out the middleman completely and just pull up to hospitals themselves.
What the fuck?
You kind of kicked me a little bit, but
Was that moose attacking a wolf? I'd say, I feel like a moose would beat a wolf. You need a whole pack of wolves to be able to take down a moose, right? I feel like a moose would fucking rail a wolf just because of the pure size. That thing is too big.
Because moose are such a roadblock on the highway of life, once upon a time the USSR actually tried to domesticate these deer on steroids and then ride the tanklers into battle on a moose cavalry. Results?
That's actually so
were
fucking
mixed.
dope.
Once again, as a prey animal,
That's
the
actually
moose were-
so fucking dope. Hold on. That's actually that. I imagine that. Imagine a guy running in on a moose. That'd be so fucking cool if we rode in on big fucking ginormous mooses. You could ride a moose, Dodongo. This is your chance. You could actually ride one.
Were naturally terrified of
Abby,
gunfire.
hi.
Many of them refused to allow themselves
Is this
to be
Captain
ridden into
CIRL?
battle.
It could
Not
be,
to mention the moose
possibly.
were much more susceptible to diseases and much harder to feed than horses. So yeah.
Maybe
it was
I'm too
up for
harsh
that.
on the
But there
Russians.
had to have been one kid that joined the military to pay for college, only to have his ops pull up on a whole ass moose. If we're being honest here, that story just says more about the Soviet Union than it does about the moose. Back to the moose. Are overgrown all-terrain vehicles with legs, antlers, and audacity, and probably the reason Canadians are so polite. They're landlords of moose and they pay taxes to geese. You'd be humble too. Pretty sure this is the part of the video where I'm supposed to tell y'all to subscribe. Have a nice day.
Bonus clip.
Alright, so moose drop their antlers every year but grow them back in the spring because they use them to flex for females. And at first the antlers grow inside this soft skin with tiny hairs called velvet. But
that's so
eventually the moose has a
gross.
surge of testosterone where they basically become 7-foot frat boys on spring break. That's when the velvet sheds and the bones of the antlers harden. The velvet stays on the antlers for about 3 to 4 months until the moose rubs up against trees and bushes to remove them. Which is why they look like they bundied somebody. As much of a hate crime as the
princess.
Abby.
Thank
Hey.
you for the memberships. Welcome at Abiyo.
Yeah, Abby's been here for a while. Hey, Marcus Smiles, can you do me a favor and pull up Dicker Stream and type in chat, "You're running from Aiden and sweeping for Willie Mac"? Then spam telephone emojis and the red one, this one, thank you. Okay. Since, Abby, you are and have been a member for 5 months, I will do that, all right? I think it is very fair to you to do that really quick. We'll do that really fast.
Regex? I don't think so. No.
Okay, so you want me to type in the chat...
Hell. I don't know how we can't make a statement about this. How long did Nick Andros's video came out? Three days ago.
Willie Mac.
Well, that's going to be 3
Okay.
days and then plus some hours.
And then spam telephone emojis.
Yeah, 3 days and a handful of hours. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's been out for only 3 days. Well, it's been out for only 3 days, but he's still been able to address it, right?
Not enough for you? Are you still the little boy from 10 years ago whose heart's broken when someone unsubscribes?
If I ever lost,
I've been timed out! No! Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Hello, hee hee boy. Hello. Hello, hee hee boy. I don't know if your name is something different because the ats are back, but... Let's go. Yes, we're spamming red telephones. Dude, I hit a deer with my car once and it totaled everything. If it were a moose, you would be probably dead. Babka. Yeah, Babka killed me. Babka fucking killed me. Hey, listen, I was asked to do so. I was just asked to do so. Don't blame me. Don't fucking blame me, dude. Let's get the other video. Oh. That is...
looks like it doesn't
I
hurt
like
the moose
that.
at all, and it's a lot like snakes shedding their skin. If anything, it's more like an annoying itch. Also, when a bull moose wants to pull a female, they use cologne just like you and me. Except their version involves digging a pit, peeing into the pit, and then rubbing and splashing a golden pool all over their antlers the R. Kelly way. Clearly, they know what they're doing because smelling liquid sunshine causes the female moose to ovulate because nature's just weird like that.
Gotta get to 8 minutes. Oh, okay. I respect it. I understand. Oh, just here, real quick. Just so I thought maybe anybody who's new here hasn't seen this.
Things like mortgage insurance and all this other
Before
shit.
we get into the
And of
second
course,
video, by the way.
banks,
Just wanted to let you guys see
especially,
this.
like A-lender banks, like tier 1 banks, probably don't want to deal with somebody super young, so you have to go to like a B lender, which fucks you in the ass even more. Okay, just the process of buying a home, you might as well bend over like this.
Oh!
Spread your ass.
Oh!
And prepare to get f***ed in every conceivable way.
Just thought I'd show you guys that really quick. Oh my...
Black Air Force energy. Good old Urban Dictionary defines it as a person or an object that has insane potential and is crazy enough to deal with anything without fear or hesitation, regardless of moral
Going back to
alignment,
sleep?
including
That's
its own
okay, hee hee
rivals or
boy.
competitors. And despite clearly taking grammar lessons from NBA YoungBoy, I'd say
It's
whoever
the
wrote
guy,
that
it's
was
the
pretty on point.
boy.
It's a term I use a lot in my videos without really explaining exactly what it is. So here's a full list
like a
of the
black
top
person
10
word.
animals with the most
Oh
Black
my-
Air Force energy.
Why?
Some animals are an obvious pick, others might just surprise you. but they've all earned their spot, including the animal at number 10, which might have the least clout of any animal on this list, but that's only because it's found one place in the world. Because if this bird were airdropped across the globe, it'd definitely be more known for all the wrong reasons.
Hi, wife.
Starting off is what happens when an animal is too smart for everyone else's quality of life. The Kia is a large parrot that can be found terrorizing.
Like the car? Oh. Hi, Gamma. Gamma, I've said hi. I said hi. Hi!
In the people of New Zealand. And don't let it fool you, this black Air Force with a Grinch colorway is an op in every way. They're highly intelligent and armed with a hook-shaped beak, which is the perfect tool for Kias to inflate insurance by picking apart cars. You see, the Kia is smart enough to associate people and the cars we drive.
It's called a Kia, and it strips apart cars. It's like the car. Cause Kias suck. Cars fall apart. Gamma is asking my wife to rape me. Gamma is asking my wife to fucking rape me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gamma's asking my wife to rape me. Whatever, dude. Oh my god. Okay, dude. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, remember me. I'll remember you, hee boy. Mooses are adept swimmers too, but I see we're onto birds like my annoying ass parakeet right next to me. It's probably screaming in your ear. He wants you to rape me. Is Gamma being a pedo right now? Well, we're not going that far. Gamma is no pedo, all right? Gamma, disavow completely disavow. Gamma is no such thing, all right? No such thing.
Is famous for committing the cutest carjackings you'll ever see. Of course, they don't just stop at cars. This feather felon will go through purses, backpacks, duffel bags, and swipe anything they can fly away with. There was even a case where this airborne pirate stole the passport of a Scottish man that didn't want to be identified. Because no one wants to be remembered for getting denied from your home country because you got your passport pickpocketed by a panhandling parrot. It happened to him and it can happen to you. But guess what? If you happen to get your wallet snatched and try
birds
to
are such
Kia
fucking
about it,
dude.
be
Birds are
prepared
like
to also
this,
eat a
man.
several $1,000 fine.
If they want something, they'll take it.
Kias are protected by the government because it only makes sense that something with wings would be above the law. And it's almost like every Kia knows it and acts accordingly. But it's not just humans getting griefed. Kias will regularly raid other birds' nests and make omelets with their unborn children. And they'll use that Swiss Army knife of a nose to remove.
Can I do it instead of your wife though?
Move parts of a living sheep to eat, and there have been reports of them victimizing dogs and even horses. But at least the Kia isn't a legitimate physical threat to people. The next animal's responsible for putting more zookeepers on workers' comp than any other animal.
Number 9? No, not the lion.
The African wilderness has some of the most ways to F around and find out personal mile in the world. So it makes sense that living in the most dangerous area codes in the world has turned the zebra into an actual psychopath. This oppressed Oreo horse has the strongest kick in the animal kingdom, strong enough for Marty to have written Alex out of the sequel. Which is why even though lions body them often, every once in a while a lion has to explain to his ancestors how he got flatlined by a high-strung equality donkey. But the generational anxiety of being constantly hunted means the zebra will often one-shot something for existing too close to it. There's 2 reasons why you won't see a person riding a zebra. 1, they're too small. And 2, every zebra is fundamentally a bastard to its core. No, like literally. Because many mother zebras will actually mate with as many males as possible. Because if she's showing he suspects it's not hers, they'll violently press her until it's terminated. And if the baby's already out, that's just an invitation for him to demote her from mother to mourning. And going back to humans, zebras are infamous for allegedly putting as many zoo staff in the ER as any other animal.
Goddamn!
They may look like horses whose favorite part of a birthday is the finger painting station, but this panda pony's liable to paint the block with their insides if you breathe at them the wrong way. Treat one like a barnyard animal and negotiate.
Dodongo, you're a woman, right? No shot. Wait a minute. This whole time, Dodongo's been a woman? That can't be right. That can't be right. Dodongo is not a woman. I don't believe it for 1 second. I don't believe it.
Closer to donkeys than horses, calling it the ass of Africa is a scientifically accurate title. And as the default protein of many of the landlords of the savannah, it's a title they hold with pride, cause it's the best one they can get. 10% off is also what you can expect if you treat this barcode horse as a petting zoo. But at least they have the excuse of constantly being plotted on. The next animal has less excuses but more disrespect.
Okay, it's just the same picture of like lion popping up. Okay.
Deer
what's the
manage to
next one?
cause billions of dollars in damage a year by playing freeze tag with cars, and that ironically makes them the most dangerous animal in America. But where
Deers.
blissful ignorance makes deer a threat, the deer of Down Under initiate conflict. 9 out of 10 car accidents in Australia involve kangaroos, and a good number of them are premeditated and not by the driver. Kangaroos assault vehicles with enough regularity to commit insurance fraud.
Dodongo answered with lol, like uppercased on everything, so I'm actually like scared now. I'm actually like scared now. Like I'm actually like worried. So Dodongo is a woman. Okay. They're really taking over spaces. I'm like getting worried. Zach, I need you, man.
In fact, kangaroos will regularly beef with inanimate objects. But it's not just a bluff. These are some brolic marsupials, armed with claws, but more importantly a sharp dagger of a toenail. Which is why it's not a kangaroo's punch you have to worry about, but that Jurassic pedicure disembowelment. It's what makes their sparring sessions so lethal. That and the fact that kangaroos start every day with the specific goal of inconveniencing as many life forms as possible. If you happen to fly a drone in kangaroo country, prepare to have your insurance tested. In fact, it's not a stretch to say they hate anything that flies. Can you imagine how ridiculous this could have gotten? Imagine people thinking you died paragliding when really you survived but got mobbed by a pack of roid rabbits on impact. Kangaroos are number 8 because there's really no good
they
reason
hate
for this.
flying
You see, as
things?
dangerous as Australia is, there aren't really any
Okay.
dominant apex land predators. While kangaroos often contend with dingoes and the occasional wedge-tailed eagle, a full-grown kangaroo doesn't have much that can threaten it, other than a bigger kangaroo. So my working theory is, they got cocky. And until nature airdrops some bears or maybe some type of big cat, kangaroos are still gonna be out here thinking they can do whatever. Try to change their mind at your
they've
own.
been getting real. They've been getting humbled though. I'll be honest. They've been getting humbled by humans themselves. I've watched dudes go up to a kangaroo and beat the shit out of them. Man, they're like fighting them. They're like fucking punching them and shit. They're getting humbled. All right, they're getting humbled. I don't know if they have Air Force energy anymore. We got a lot of black people nowadays. Tyrone, Captain C, Dodongo. I mean, I'm assuming Hee Boy is a black man. I mean, he's the black guy. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of fucking black people coming around these days. I mean, it's getting interesting. Hello, Tyrone, by the way. Have you seen the video of that dude whose dog was taken by a kangaroo and he punches the roo right in the snout? Yeah, that one. I think I'm referring to that one.
As on-site as these malicious macropods are, they're not even the most disrespectful animal in Australia. And believe me, we'll get to that. The Big Five refers to the top 5 most dangerous animals to hunt in Africa. These include the elephant, the rhinoceros, the lion, the leopard, and an animal so feared it's been nicknamed Black Death. The African Cape buffalo is a walking attempted homicide case armed with a pair of horns. They have a lot of
black people.
We have a lot of black people these days. Marcus 2025.
You have a lot of black people these days. We do. Dap me up, blacks. Hey, look, Zach wants to dap you guys up, man. Hey, we love and respect the blacks. We have a lot of them, and we respect all of them. All right? Exactly, Fox.
The highest KD ratios against humans with guns. In some places,
Why the fuck
these
is
tanks
everyone
with road
watching
rage get
animal
50%
reviews
of the
now?
people they go after, and
I
a
don't
lot of that
know.
is because they will
I was
actively
derailed
seek
into this.
revenge. There have been stories of one buffalo murking the same hunter that took out a member of its own herd. And whether you're a lion or a hunter, these trench cows get it back in blood. And the scariest version of a Cape buffalo is one that's already been injured. Hunters have followed a mortally
fuck
wounded
with buffalo. They're
until
so
they crush,
dope.
only for the freight train with legs to circle back and ambush them from behind. Which is why the #1 rule when hunting Cape buffalo: assume you only have one shot, because that's usually all you get. But it's not just humans getting bodied. Bloodlusting buffalo will seek out unsupervised lion cubs and log them out of life before they can grow up to be a threat. Not like the adults aren't at risk either. Capes will
Without
stalk and
context,
circle
kinda
lone
racist.
lions, using the threat of gang violence to give Mufasa a roommate.
It's not
which is
that
how the
bad.
same apex predator that can solo multiple hyenas can get sent up a tree like a house cat. They're like the Liam Neeson of animals. Wrong them and they make their life's mission to co-sign your obituary. That first hit was self-defense. Everything after that was a personal choice. And even though experienced lions can take them down, it's still very much a gamble, especially since they can travel in herds of hundreds. That's also how they earned the nickname Widowmaker, because right now there's at least one woman on Tinder because her husband decided to hunt a 1-ton vibe check while the buffalo decided that would be the day he'd finally live up to his nickname. It's a murderous mammal, but like the zebra, it's often just self-defense gone way too far. Not like the antics of the next animal.
Number
If you're talking
6.
about the Black Air Force of the sky, you're probably talking about crows, or really just corvids in
Crows.
general. Crows are smart.
Actually, crows are dope. I fuck with crows. I'd fight a kangaroo. I mean, to be fair, Tyrone, I mean, I trust you're big and black. I mean, just give me, I gotta rephrase what I'm about to say here. That disavow whatever I just said. I trust you're tall, you know, big, strong, you know, because you are in fact black, and a lot of black people do tend to be taller, stronger, bigger, you know. That's just like kind of the stereotype. That's just kind of like what, that's like crow is my favorite bird. They are more intelligent than dogs. Crows are really smart. I love crows. Crows are awesome.
Manipulate their environment to their advantage, but they're also devious enough to manipulate other animals for their own sadistic pleasure. I don't know what that crow said to that cat, but it certainly involves someone's mother. Ravens will weaponize their relationship with wolves to call out hits on competing coyotes. Crows in Tokyo have especially become a problem where they've basically gone to war against the entire human population. But it's not just humans getting bullied. There might not be a worse time
No,
to
it's
be
okay.
an owl
I'm
than
gonna
in
make
broad
that my
daylight surrounded
ringtone.
by a murder of crows. Not to mention crows will often raid the nests of other birds for a disturbingly literal kids meal. And that's when they're not just straight up snatching minors in front of their parents. I think EDP just found a spirit animal.
He's like sneaking up on the bird. He's like sneaking up, and he was about to snatch him up. What the hell? Okay, wait a minute. Crows I might not like anymore. That's fucked up. They're like snatching up minors. What the fuck?
And harass other birds until they drop the food they've already caught. And crows won't hesitate to beat on much larger birds of prey, which might explain why they do the exact same thing with humans to get them to surrender whatever calories they have on them. But the avian onslaught peaks out with the Australian magpie. Now turns out they're not
Did he make an EDP reference? Hold up.
Might not be a worse time to be an owl than in broad daylight surrounded by a murder of crows. Not to mention crows will often raid the nests of other birds for a disturbingly literal kids meal. And that's when they're not just straight up snatching minors in front of their parents. I think EDP just found a spirit animal.
I think EDP just found a spirit animal. What the hell? I missed that
completely. Crows won't hesitate to
completely.
beat on much larger birds of prey, which might explain why they do the exact same thing with humans to get them to surrender whatever calories they have on them. But the avian onslaught peaks out with the Australian magpie. Now turns out they're not actually corvids. They actually sit closer to another bird with psychopath tendencies. Either way, Australian
My
magpies
mom's been
managed to be the
feeding a
most feared
family
thing
of
in a
crows now, and now she's like some horror Disney princess in the neighborhood. She just gets surrounded by crows every time she leaves the house. It's like her army. She has like an army of crows.
country seasoned with crocs, cassowaries, and snakes. And while most wildlife is harmless as long as you respect their space, the
They like to
earth
leave
is their
shelled
space. And
nuts
they have
in
no
the
patience for
road, hoping a
trespassers.
car will
To
run
the
it
point
over.
where
They're
many
so
Australians
smart.
have
That
taken
is
to
really
wearing
smart.
helmets to
Shit.
protect themselves from the magpie's malicious intent. Especially during swooping season, where magpies will relentlessly attack anything that gets near their nest. Actual human lives have been lost to this goth Tweety's tantrums. And since corvids can remember faces, once you've been swooped, you can expect the same treatment next year. I think Tirzu said it best, corvids are what would happen if you gave monkeys wings. But at least in the magpie's case, they're only a legitimate threat to a human way of life for the roughly 6 weeks of swooping season. Next
So
animal
just
is
don't
one
wear
of the
a
biggest dangers to humans all year round.
Danger to humans all year round.
It was really
Could
only
this
a matter of
possibly
time before the
Hippopotamus!
widely considered the world's
Oh,
deadliest
these
mammal.
guys
You may have noticed
fuck.
that hippos weren't included in the Big Five, and I have to assume that's because nobody that has a desire to see the next day would actually hunt them. Arguably, no animal has a harder working PR team than the hippopotamus. First of all, it's not the goofy lardonky it lets you think it is. A thin subcutaneous fat layer means hippos are actually walking units, and despite their awkward appearance,
They can
hippos
run
can
fast
outpace
as
any
shit.
human over short distances, and that includes on
Yeah.
land and in water, where they somehow become even more territorial. Hippos have been known to lower the census totals of other animals for seemingly no reason. Just when an antelope thinks it's been bailed out, the slaughter horse does origami
yeah,
with
it's
its
over.
spine. And even though they're supposed to be herbivores, every once in a while they'll give into the temptation of tasting the flesh of their victims. Cannibalism is not off the table. Science doesn't really know why exactly they do this, but science doesn't account for an animal just being a dick. Few predators will press this obese water.
Holy fuck. Oh, it's so over. It's so over for him. It's so over for him. He turned his head and it was right in the mouth. Oh, oh my god.
Hippos are so carnage happy that the biggest threat to a baby hippo is a bigger, meaner bull hippo. It's how a hippo baby shower can legitimately end in a rain of flesh confetti. Now, to be fair, plenty of animals resort to infanticide. Hippos are just really mean about it. Like I said,
Dodongo, why don't you go back there and name it that?
Except maybe dolphins, which makes sense since despite resembling ungulates like warthogs and rhinos, the hippo's closest living relatives are actually cetaceans like dolphins and whales. But instead of making it out in the ocean, hippos decided to make a living griefing everything in its area code. And I didn't even mention the way they claim that area code.
Oh no, is he gonna shit? Ah! Ah! No!
You know, if you unsubscribed right
Puddle
now,
would fucking love that.
The only thing that can make this whale Karen more of a menace than it already is if it were a straight up predator, or if it hunted in packs. Then again, that would literally make it an animal further down this list.
He stirred it up.
My personal bias was not going to keep the elephant off this list. Asian elephants especially get themselves into trouble by raiding villages and emptying out their rice supply, which is why Asian elephants are responsible for the bulk of human hashtags, especially since they can be just as vengeful as the Cape buffalo. Earlier this year, a man in Thailand had an elephant working hauling wood in the brutal heat, which is illegal. And apparently the elephant knew his rights because he proceeded to rip his boss in half. And of course, we gotta address the I'm better than that. One elephant traveled over 100 miles to murk a 70-year-old woman collecting water, only to pull up to her funeral to attack the sole evicted body, this time in front of her family. The biggest mystery of mankind is what motivated a 4-ton pachyderm to pack up an elderly woman twice. If he had a reason, it's not like he's gonna tell us. Elephants rank over hippos because where hippos commit war crimes in the heat of passion, when an elephant catches a body, you can almost be certain it was premeditated.
Oh yeah, wasn't there someone brought this up? I think it was Cryptid. I think Cryptid brought this up, but wasn't there an elephant that like killed a woman and then went back to its burial ground to like stomp on the fucking burial ground and fuck it up? Dude, elephants are so mean. What the hell? Why are they so mean? Oh, it was Captain C. It was Captain C.
And bull elephants are already pretty high strung as it is, but they managed to get worse in communities decimated by poaching, to the point where 3 elephants in South Africa were responsible for deleting 63 rhinos as well as charging at people. Now, to be fair, poaching typically targets older bulls, and research shows that without old heads around, younger male elephants go into must a lot sooner than they should, which I get. What I don't get is why that has to involve turning a rhino from a tight end to a wideout. What you have to remember is that elephants are intelligent enough to experience every human emotion like compassion, empathy, and grief. But for every headline like this, you might get a headline like this. And if elephants wore shoes, they'd rock the biggest black Air Forces the world's ever seen. But that's only because the next animal on this list doesn't have legs.
Okay. Doesn't have legs, it's a fish. It's a fish.
One of the biggest injustices of cinema is that where dolphins are cast as a
It's a dolphin.
Sharks got
It's a dolphin. You know what? I've learned over the years, right, that sharks are not the evils of the sea. All right. We always look at sharks and we think, oh, that's scary. They're evil. Sharks are not the evils of the sea. It's the fucking dolphins. It's the dolphins. They're evil and they rape. They rape. All right. Exactly, Zach. Exactly. All right. They rape. They like to rape other fish. They like to rape. All right. I hope you understand that.
got typecast as Jaws.
Yeah, can we get some Jaws?
Dolphins are the most disrespectful beings in the ocean. Makes sense because they're basically intelligent hydrodynamic hippos. They regularly bully sharks, use fish heads and live eels as marital aids, commit unprovoked acts of porpoising, all while letting humanity think they're the good guys. They have mating practices so brutal that I probably can't even talk about them. Just know that what dolphins like to do to each other, guidelines might try to do to me. But we can't talk about dolphins without talking about the biggest dolphin of all. The orca is the most dominant apex predator on the planet that isn't human. And as if sheer size and and intelligence wasn't enough, they typically hunt in pods with the coordination of a wolf pack, which is how this oppressive sea Oreo regularly griefs the
My
tankiest
wife
animals
hates
on the planet.
them.
They're such a force that great whites have been known to abandon hunting grounds for up to a year once this
Fight a
steroid quality
dolphin
guppy
too.
makes an appearance. Probably
I think
because
you
they've been
can
known to
maybe
use the
win.
shark's biology against them to rob them of their heart and liver, just to leave the rest of the shark to sink to the abyss. And then there's the fact that orcas often practice their craft on other animals, which is why if you ever feel bad about penguins getting bullied by seals, I suggest you see what happens when a Navy SEAL joins the Air Force. And while you could chalk this up
Oh
to
yeah, they
hunting
do that to
strategy, there's also the
seals. Oh my god, I forgot orcas do that where they just fling seals up in the sky for like fun. Oh man. I've said this, okay, I've had this conversation with my wife. I kind of get it because they're like highly intelligent animals who, like, for example, like us humans, right? We have like things to entertain us, but like dolphins and orcas and these things like that are highly intelligent, they don't like have things to entertain them. So they do like these things to entertain themselves. You know what I mean? Like I'll give it a slight pass, okay? I'll give it a slight pass. Because they don't have like things to do. It's not like they're doing anything. They're like swimming around all day doing nothing. They got to find something to do, you know? And unlike us, where we have like technology and things to entertain us, they kind of just got to find something fun to do. Now, to be fair, dolphins do like to rape. I don't think that's fun, but you know, I guess to each their own. I guess. Men can't even toss the pigskin no mo. Yeah, they're just playing catch. It's like tossing the pigskin.
The chance that living life on Roku difficulty means orcas get bored and just start trying stuff. And while it's true a wild orca has never taken out a human, that hasn't stopped them from actively messing with human vessels with disturbing regularity. It's like they know who's ruining the ocean and adjust their behavior accordingly. Either way, orcas are the humans of all things. Moral of the story, Free Willy should have been put on parole. The only thing more Black Air Force than an animal that griefs everything around it would be an animal that commits atrocities against its own kind. And that's why orcas are only number 3.
Okay, bottom 2. We're in the last 2.
Ask any zookeeper what animal they fear the most. If they don't say chimps, they've never worked with one. A common misconception is that chimps are 5 times stronger than the average man. And while the number is actually closer to 1.5, chimps have more fast twitch muscles, stronger bite force, and a stronger grip force. Their ability to use tools is fascinating to watch, until you realize that means they're able to create and use weapons. People often forget that chimpanzees are pack-hunting predators able to execute attacks with the precision of early man, and that doesn't just apply to their prey. Chimps in Luongo National Park have been documenting attacking families of gorillas and murking any helpless offspring they can get their hands on. Literally no animal safe from the violent tendencies of a furious George. But it's the damage they inflict against their own kind that puts them over the top. Chimp casualties often share the same injuries: a disfigured face, missing fingers if not entire hands, and a non-consensual neutering. Chimps seem to have an understanding of what's important to an animal.
I had to
and they
chill
go
out,
out of their
Chad.
way
I had to
remove
calm
it.
down.
It's
I had
why
to
I can
calm
show
down.
you this picture and you'll understand. And it's why instead of organ donor,
did it
I
fuck
have,
that
if ever
woman's
made
face
by a
up?
chimp, just let me die on my driver's license. And it's also why you probably have a better chance of surviving being locked in a room with a lion than in a room with a furry chainsaw with thumbs. The fact that a chimp can get put 6 feet under by members of its own troop guarantees them a spot on this list. The only way an animal could beat that is if something was enough of a menace to be a legitimate threat to itself. And that's exactly what number 1 is. But before
Mike Keat just tried imitating those monkey sounds. Oh, that's fucking awesome. What? I made a bunch of monkey sounds and your parakeet took it? That's crazy. Hell yeah.
Before we reveal number 1, here's some honorable mentions. The Canadian goose, for having the most irrational confidence of any animal. They actually almost went extinct, and now they revolve their entire existence around punishing humanity. Swans, because what geese think they are, swans
Oh my god,
always have
swans
been.
are actually
Wolverines, because they're more than capable.
I've had to deal with actual swans before. I've had to deal with geese and swans and stuff, and they're like they're scary. They're kind of scary. They like chase you down. They chase you.
Of hunting for themselves, but they'd rather tax animals 3 times their size for a living. Meerkats, for being quite literally the most homicidal mammals on the planet. And now at number 1, to absolutely no one's surprise,
no one's surprised is number 1. What is it?
the honey badger, the most unapologetically disrespectful
badger.
creature on Earth. I have an entire video
I fuck
dedicated
with
to
honey
the exploits of
badgers.
the steroid skulls, but here are some highlights. They'll regularly pinch food from leopards and then throw a tantrum.
They have
if
no
get
fear,
caught.
man. They have no fear. Look at them. Look at them. Running from a swan is crazy. They're fucking scary, man. I was like a kid. I was scared, man. I was scared.
They'll take on packs of animals that realistically should be able to one-shot them. But the Oreo weasel has plot armor in the form of crackhead courage. They'll raid the hives of African bees, the same bees that are 10 times meaner and sting 10 times more than their European cousins. And honey badgers aren't immune to bee stings. They're resistant, but
He's
enough
just a
stings
little
will
guy.
flatline a honey badger. But ask the honey badger if he cares. He won't answer, but you know the answer. These prison ferrets also run fades with highly venomous cobras.
Damn.
If they manage to get bitten, they'll just slip into a cobra-induced coma and then wake up hours later and walk it off like a Sunday morning hangover. Even the honey badger's idea of self-defense is as offensive as you can get. As in, they'll reverse their anal pouches inside out and release a smell so pungent it can allegedly paralyze attacking bees. And honestly, any animal that
Damn.
religiously attacks the baby
It
makers of
shits
others is
on
a
him.
different tier of
He
man.
poops. He fucking poops. Defense mechanism, poop. That's what it is.
No other badger represented this better than Stoffel, who once escaped from his enclosure and picked a fight with a neighboring family of lions who nearly mauled him to death. After about 2 months in the hospital, the first thing the affiliated ferret did fresh out was go right back at the same lions to settle the score. And that was only one of the hundreds
That's
of times Stoffel
crazy.
managed to raise the blood pressure of the people around him. But here's the real kicker. Stoffel was actually hand-raised by humans at a young age and therefore imprinted on
Swan
him.
Neck
He had
is a
no
good
intention of ever
alternative.
leaving. The whole thing was just a
True.
game to him.
That's
Because if
true.
blatant disrespect were a sport, they still wouldn't play it because anything involving rules goes against a honey badger's belief system. But that's gonna do it for
I like how they like. It's funny because if the animal's like fucking with them, the bigger animal will like hit them. You'd think an animal would get scared. He's like, "Come back here." He's like, "Come back here." He's like, "Come back here, fight me, bitch. Fuck you."
for this video. For more consistent content, be sure to follow my Instagram and TikTok. I try to post daily on both. And to further support this channel, my Patreon's also going to be in the description. But also, like, don't feel like you have to give anything. If you watch the video this far, you've already done more than enough. But other than that, drink water, hug your mother, don't hug a honey badger. It'll never end well. And I'll see you in the next
No,
one.
honey badgers are chill. No, honey badgers are chill. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh. We do have to watch this.
That's right. Not safe.
This is the last. This is the last of the derails. The last of the derails. Honey badger equals. I didn't hear no bell.
Miss me. Ding dong.
Okay, this is dope.
You get a bullet. You get a bullet. Everybody gets a bullet.
This is not Ryan Reynolds. Whoever's voicing him sounds like a nerd.
Give me. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Holy fucking stink pickle. Did anybody see that? Totally worth the setup time.
It doesn't sound like Ryan. Am I wrong? It doesn't sound like Ryan Reynolds. But it sounds... the guy's like doing a pretty decent job at least trying to sound like Ryan Reynolds.
5, 8, 9. Well, okay. Didn't any of you ass snackers see the first Deadpool musical? Link in the description below. I mean, seriously, I murked like 20 of you stunt guys. Nobody? Well, okay. Deadpool musical 2. Let's Lin-Manuel this Miranda. Oh, I see what's happening here.
What the fuck is this?
You faced a mask with Deadpool and you're scared.
What is happening?
You feel your knees start to shake. Did you just piss? Your faceless goons are always unprepared. Meet my two girls, let's be clear. Yes, it's me, Dwayne Johnson. Eyes up here. I know it's a lot, the black, the red, but it's to hide the blood when you're all dead. So what can I say except I'm Deadpool. With my swords, these guns, you'll die. You'd better pray it's okay. I'm Deadpool. I'm just your friendly neighborhood fucked up guy. It's Deadpool. Yup, I'm Deadpool. Maximum effort? Hell yeah. Man,
What?
Honestly, I could go on and on. Actually, I'm a mutated phenomenon. The strength
This is very gay coded. This is extremely gay coded. I'm going to be brutally honest. This is, which, to be fair, Captain C is gay, so so like he does have like the pass here, but this is very gay coded.
The bod to boot. Doesn't my junk look great in the suit? I hit this guy right in the nuts. Why do the fans seem to like that so much? Don't need a ham or don't need a camera rate. I'll make you laugh as I'm taking your life away.
It gets gayer. What?
The merc with the mouth always knows what to say. Hey, look at these dudes because they're coming my way. And it's hey, 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 hey. 5 nights said, fuck you, buddy.
Let it go. Let it go.
My musical.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. No. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this is good.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, I was expecting a little more applause than just that. Who in the cameo are you supposed to be?
I'm Jubilee. I'm an X-Men, you moron. You're gonna take this power dampening color off?
No, mean girl. I mean, which one are you? After all, you're played by a different Asian actress in every X-Men movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck, Knuckles! You did it again!
Don't think saving me is gonna win you any points with the X-Men. You're not a superhero. You're an actual murderer.
Maybe she's right. Maybe there is something wrong with me.
Oh, seriously?
Look at these kills. Aren't they neat? All by myself, 40 fucks met defeat.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't you think I'm the merc? Merc who has everything. Look at you, Wade. Why does it seem you're all alone, never part of a team?
Sing
Looking
along,
around
chat.
here, you'd
Oh,
think-
yeah, there you go,
well,
Zach.
He's got hobbies.
Let's get more noodles on screen.
I've got pistols and plushies aplenty. I've got ammo and flashlights galore.
Excuse me?
Thingamabobs? I've got 20. So shit. What a team do I want? I'm not sure. I wanna be where the heroes are. I wanna be tag teaming the bad guys.
I will
that
say
wheelchair
this is
bound
very
Mr.
on brand. Yeah, Cryptid's right. This is very on brand for Deadpool.
Breaking
Though.
fourth
This is like the
walls
most
only
Deadpool
goes
thing
so
Deadpool
far.
does.
Got the required for shooting, blasting, then time to change. What's that word again? Oh, magazine. Teamed
Oh my
up with
God.
Cap, Wolvie or
Oh my
Chuck.
God! Wait, was that
I even work with Howard
a Charlie reference?
Just wait and see. I'll prove I can be part of 18. 80s reference. The kids love that.
You are such an asshole.
I love it when a medley comes together. Smash cut! Maybe a chance that I could join the X-Men. You know I'd help your movies.
I think Ryan Reynolds spent too much time at Wrexham Football Club, Wales. They love a good sing-along.
There's just no chance in hell.
Rogue. So, how about a little skin-on-skin contact?
Y'all thought this was a bright idea?
He doesn't even have an X-Men uniform.
Beast, so meta. So, Belle's still giving you blue everything?
Look alive, X-Men!
Logan, if you wanted someone to impale you...
Get out of my way!
Hey, Jubilee, we'd get cool matching earrings. We'd do some fastballs that be
She shoots like fireworks out of her hands. That's like awesome.
I'll scratch
My
yours.
stars and garters, you've got sores.
Oh, please won't you just let us be? We're begging you, wait, let us be. There's absolutely just no chance in hell.
You suck.
You have to be a mutant to be an X-Man, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty
Boys wanna
sure.
join their stupid
And technically, right? Isn't his whole like backstory? He's not like a. I know I recently just watched the movies. I don't know why I'm like forgetting this, but in the first movie, that's like his origin. He was like a normal dude, and then some guy like tested on him, right, and then gave him the ability that he has. They don't let him. They don't want him to be
They can't
an
even keep their
X-Men because he
timeline
kills
straight.
people,
What about the Justice League?
Eat farts, Wakanda sites.
right? Isn't that why?
DP
His
dildo
mutation was
delivery.
forced. Yeah,
Anytime,
his mutation
anyplace,
was forced.
anyhole. An infant war?
But I thought they don't let him in because
You
he's
know,
like,
I'm always
you know,
up for a good baby fight.
he kills people.
I can show you my sword.
I thought that's why. I could be wrong.
don't mean my katana. Tell me, Tony, now when did you last let this merc inside? Avengers, I need backup. Don't you dare close your mouth. I'm always up for a good. You want to join their stupid friend?
Okay, you explain it.
Motherfucker.
Well, I'd want to join their stupid franchise anyway. They can't even keep their timeline straight.
What about the Justice League?
Eat farts, Wakanda Sykes. GP dildo delivery.
I don't get it.
Anytime, any place, any hole.
He was an experiment,
An
yes.
infant war? You know, I'm always up for a good baby fight.
A good baby fight?
Show you my sword.
Stop trying to steer me, Wade.
I don't mean my katana.
So silly. No one wants him to join their team. That's so sad. That's so mean.
Last let this murk.
It's almost, it's like they think he's like annoying or something.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Just pretend that
This cast is far too large. Not rated R to let this whack job join our team.
You wanted me to go back for the Deadpool dildo? No, okay.
No singing on this
Okay,
motherfucking
dude.
channel. Don't you people get
Language. Okay.
Tony, drop that bitch.
Yeah. Give it a couple years, kid. Of course.
Oh, it's okay. Half of them
What
are
does it
dead
take
anyways.
for anus dried apricot to catch a break around here? What? These aren't the ones with marshmallows? Al, where's the milk?
Idiot.
This isn't. Oh. Canada.
Excuse me?
Oh my god. Whoa. Shitty Wookiee and alopecia Ewok. I am home. Let me guess. Star Wars parody?
Alpha Flight, dumbass. That's Sasquatch. I'm Puck, eh?
Canadian superheroes. Sorry. What? They.
Is this a
couldn't
real
afford Peter
Canadian
Dinklage?
thing? Is it?
You
What
tell
is
me.
this?
Kmart Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh. Baby's got spice. So what's your song, Tiny
So
Dancer?
Canada has two superheroes, Sasquatch and some midget.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Hand. Hordes of faceless bad guys from a ninja clan.
Sounds evil.
Thanks for the exposition, Puck, and for making true my dream. Puck and Wade, and Sasquatch, we're a team. What the shit?
I guess we're here to help you now to beat up all these show gods. Don't know if we're friends or if I'm a fool.
With benefits?
What's this asshole up to now?
Welcome back, Zombie Logan.
Guess it's time for me to show up to
Spidey Pool.
The baddest team up in Marvel history. Please turn this dead guy into a meme. What happens now that we're owned by Disney? Fighting together, we're all part of a team.
God, this is so gay.
A band of misfits with
God, this is so gay. I do love Mulan. Mulan is one of my favorite movies.
Magneto trembles and Thanos cowers. Win and go get shawarma without Deadpool.
Fuck. Where is Deadpool?
This is a hard watch for me, man. This is a hard watch.
Oh yeah, Deadpool Team Princess. Confirmed. Roll credits, motherfuckers.
Stormy! Stormy, you chime in to say that? Fuck. First time? Stormy Skell. It's not Stormy Skellington. At least it's not Skelly. Stormy Skellington. It's Stormy Skell, so.
Oh, to infinity and beyond. Avengers disassemble.
Jesus Christ. All of them are fat. Well, that was a tough. It's a tough watch if you're not Is it just 2-minute long credits? Okay, we do have some end credits here.
Fine.
Okay, man. Okay, yeah. This is no. I'm not. No. Nope. 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 No. 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 All right. All right. Not watching that part. Not continuing there. I apologize. That's where I draw the line. I draw the line right there. All right, let's get back into our Mutahar drama. That took up a good chunk of the stream. Thank you for the derail, Captain C. It was fun to learn about animals and Deadpool. And you gave me some time to get a brap out. But thank you for the donation, by the way, Captain C. It was very kind of you. And we learned a few things about animals. Now we might have some new animals as well. New animals, new favorite animals. We might have some new favorites. All right. I'm looking at you, Zach. I'm wondering if there's going to be a change in maybe some sort of emote change.
Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers has just responded to commentary and questions regarding his claims of engineering credentials. Wait, what am I talking about? You don't see anything, do you? He hasn't posted a video, he hasn't made a tweet. Exactly. You don't see anything. Like any good professional engineer, Mutahar found a technical solution. His response was to blacklist the word engineer and perhaps others from his comment sections. This is very easily confirmed by account switching or logging out. Let's leave a perfectly innocuous comment on his most recent video and include the word engineer logged in as my Nightmare Club channel. Now let me switch back to harmful opinions. Let's sort by new to look at it. It is not there no matter how many times I refresh the comment section. I also left some other comments including the word engineer on other accounts. Perhaps someone could engineer a more efficient method, I wrote. You'll notice it's a highlighted comment because I'm looking at it with a direct link. I can see it when I'm logged into the account that made the comment, but if I follow that link while not logged in or logged into another account, it doesn't work. To be thorough, I tested the exact comments I used on his channel on other channels, and this does not occur. It is absolutely not YouTube's basic filter. So Mutahar...
So interesting. So instead of giving a proper response or just, owning up and... not owning up to it and maybe even showing credentials, what he could do is show credentials that he did work in the engineering industry. Instead of doing that, he's, for some reason, stopped people from being able to say engineer in his chat instead. Interesting. Unironically, going out of your way to censor out that one word which proves you know what people are saying and not addressing it publicly is insane level of cowardice. Exactly. There are so many engineer. True, engineer. Yeah, just spell it wrong. But I think that's very interesting that, so Muta knows about it. It shows. It shows, okay, you know about the Nick Andros video. You know that you're now being called out because you might be faking your job, or at least your history in the engineering field. And instead of addressing it, you're trying as hard as you can to avoid the problem as much as possible, which to me tells me, I'm sorry, but this is like directly telling me that you're probably lying about being an engineer. You probably never were one. If this is your way of responding. Interesting, Muta. Interesting.
And his response was to censor you, no matter what he might say or do
massive?
next.
What else
Remember,
is massive, Toaster?
This was response number
really
one. And he did this just 3 days after uploading a video where he says this.
We're living in a time of censorship coming at us from both the government end and from private entities. And honestly, we have to find
anti-censorship too.
I don't think Mutahar means a single thing he says, ever. Some people were disappointed with my last video that I only covered stuff from a decade ago or more, which is because I started looking at him from the start, and I made a video about what I'd seen. Well, there you go. There's an example of him being...
He's very anti-censorship, but won't let people in his comment section say the word engineer in reference to his job. Nice. Marcus? Is Tyrone 9000 a Sliggins alt account? No. Not that I can think of. No, I don't think Tyrone's a Sliggins account. Maybe it is. Sliggins, is that you? There's no way that's Sliggins. Tyrone is his own man. Tyrone is his own fucking man. I like how Toaster, you never finish what else is massive. You just kind of switched to saying Marcus is Tyrone a Sliggins alt account.
Being a total fraud
Sliggins
from
a slur?
this week. Mutahar, just 4 years ago, you were still calling your viewers your family.
I have to be honestly just thankful that we as a community are around, and you guys are basically my family at this point. Like, I consider you all extended family.
And now you're not going to let your family say a word you love to say so often? That's not very brotherly of you, is it? Do you remember saying this 4 months ago?
I'm honestly serious here. Like, if my comment section didn't exist, I would live a much depressing lifestyle. I love my YouTube comment section. I actually really love you guys so much beyond all of it.
Here's an example of it, March Baby. I'm a trained social service worker. Would you like to see my credentials? And the massive thing is a Nick Diorio stream bit. Oh, okay. I see. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, all people are asking for is to see credentials. And here's the thing, I've said this before, I don't think you need to have credentials to be an engineer. I think you can show that you're an engineer in different ways as well. All I care about from Muta is seeing an extensive history of coding, possibly. Maybe he's a programmer. He complains he's a computer engineer or computer like a software engineer or something. I want to see maybe like stuff that he's worked on, projects that he's done, at least stuff like that to suggest that, okay, you are experienced in this field. So when you say you're experienced or you have experience, then sure, I'll give you that credit. But he's not doing that, which I think is weird. Anyone who claims a professional title is obligated to show credentials. I don't think that's entirely... Well, in Canada, yes. It's different over there than here. I think it's fair for somebody to consider themselves an engineer if they have an extensive history of working on things that would consider them to be an engineer. I've said this before, but what about somebody who works a different job, but in their garage or their basement, they program, they do mechanical engineering, they do mechanical stuff with things. Maybe let's say they make robots, maybe they work on like specific robots. So just because they're not in the engineering space does not mean I wouldn't say that if this person were to go out, let's say this person were to go out and claim that they were an engineer, if they were to show me that they have worked on countless projects, I think I would give them the pass. I think I'm okay with giving them that pass and saying, yeah, you are an engineer. That I'm not going to put somebody else above you when you have clearly more history in this type of stuff. Saying that comes with expectations. Well, yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, for example, there are plenty of people who have... let's put it this way, Captain C. There are plenty of people who finish college and get an engineering degree. If you get an engineering degree, let's say this engineer degree person never actually got a job in any engineering space. They just went to college and got an engineering degree. They managed to find a job somewhere else. Are they more of an engineer than the guy who didn't work in an engineering field, but he, knows how to code and do all these things in his own home? Right? Like, that's kind of what I'm saying is, like, I think you can give kind of like a pass. I think you can give kind of a pass to somebody who has an extensive history of creating things, doing projects, solving problems and whatnot. But that's what I think. But from my understanding of Mutahar is he worked in like one job. He's only worked like one job in the field. He went to college and did half a semester or an entire semester and then gave up. It doesn't seem like this guy's got a long history in the field. And all I want to see is if this guy really thinks, when this guy says that he does like this stuff as a hobby, all we want to see is, hey, well, Muta, what are some projects you've worked on? Because if you do this as a hobby, surely you've worked on things. You must have coded something before, right? You must have attempted to code things before. You must have tried making things at some point, right? You've probably tried to do, like, right? Like, there's gotta be something there. At least show us that you have something, right? That's all I want to see. Just show something. Because if you're gonna say you're an engineer consistently, at least back it with at least something to suggest that you know what you're talking about when you talk about certain subjects. But my point is, when you claim a title like that and present yourself as that, it is expected you have a knowledge, experience, capability of said title. That's why we use protected titles to stop what Muta is doing. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with that. Because the way he slings the engineer thing around is where I start to think like, okay, Muta, you really need to have some sort of PE, some sort of credential to suggest, right? I forgot what the other one is. It's a PE or a EIT or something. You need to have something to suggest to us that you are an actual engineer or that you can carry this title, especially since this guy lives in Canada. Apparently in Canada, it's illegal. I wouldn't know. Captain C, you know more about that. But apparently it's illegal to do that. So in your own state, I would assume you probably shouldn't be slinging around, I'm an engineer. Not state, sorry, country. I wouldn't be slinging around, I'm an engineer all the time. In the medical field, you need constant recertification to keep your credentials. That is true. That does make sense. Same field, different levels. I'm a social service worker, but I cannot claim the title of therapist. That makes sense. Muta looks like a cholo in this. All because he held a Sonic Chew medallion. I've been doing electrical design for work for 3 years now, and I don't claim to be an engineer. No, but I think that you have to understand this. You have to understand this. You're not claiming you're an engineer, but if what I'm saying is, like, if somebody wanted to say that they think you would be considered an engineer, or let's say you got on stream and said, I consider myself an engineer, I don't think anybody can, like, combat that. I don't think people are going to be like, oh, what the hell's wrong with you? You haven't even finished college yet. You haven't gotten your PE yet. So you can't claim that. It's like, you've been working in the field for a consistent amount of time. You're still going to school for an engineering degree. Like, come on. If this person wants to claim they're an engineer, they're working towards it. So I would give them that pass, right? I definitely for sure give them that pass. Like, it's not, I don't think it's the end of the world to claim you're a fucking engineer, especially if you're working towards getting those said credentials, is what I think. But with Mutahar's sake, what I'm saying, here's another thing to point out, chat. My own wife, keep in mind, I think this guy's like, I don't know how old Mutahar is. How old is Mutahar? He's 31. According to this, he's 31 years old. My own wife has more, from my knowledge, from my own knowledge, and from what we know about Mutahar, this guy has only done about maybe a year, maybe 2 years in some sort of field. Back when he was like a kid, back when he was like a teenager. And my own wife has more experience in the engineering field and more time in college spent than Mutahar has. And she's 10 years younger than this guy. And he's claiming he's an engineer. Whereas my own wife refuses to call herself an engineer because she doesn't even have the qualifications to be an engineer. But does Marcus have a good point about the fact that he is a good player and that he is a good defender and that he is a good shot at the ball and that he can play well in the box and he can play? What? See, someone who respects the field would never claim to be in it as an expert without the experience. That is true. Okay, that is actually a good point, Captain C. I would actually say that's a very good point. Somebody who actually has respect for the field or respect for these types of things, like for the work, respect for like the credential and like the title and whatnot. You wouldn't sling it around constantly. It's especially if you don't have like the proper amount of experience in the field or any of the credentials of that matter. I've met a lot of engineers. All right, I've met a lot of engineers. And I've met a lot of people who who are like getting started in that field, and they a lot of them refuse to call themselves engineers because, you know, the title is a very important title. My own wife refuses to say it, and I like to consider her one because, you know, she's been doing it for fucking years, damn near all the way into fucking high school, you know, where we met in robotics, right? I like to consider her one, especially since she's working towards it, but even she refuses it. So I do engineering work, but am I an engineer? No. Once I'm an expert in the field, I feel comfortable enough to call myself an engineer. Even if I have my degree, I'm not an engineer. Interesting. Marcus has a good point because he's a good boy. What was the laugh again? I got to do a new laugh, chat. I have a new laugh that I have to pull out again. Oh, I can't do it right. Now I'm under pressure and I can't do it right. I can't do it. Think of it. If a first-year medical student claimed to be a doctor, that's what Muta is doing. Essentially, yes, that is what Muta is doing. And I think it's retarded as fuck because this guy did 1 semester. He did 1 semester of computer science, then switched over to video editing type of stuff. Film school. He did film school, which I think is really silly because, again, it just seems like Muta is just trying to stroke an ego, and then he claims he's an engineer because maybe he's worked on coding before. Sure. I don't think just because you've worked on coding that makes you an engineer. I think there's more to it than just working on coding. I think he just wants to say it because he wants to sound important. I don't know why this guy wouldn't just say he's a film student. And I still to this day cannot understand why this guy refuses to just admit that YouTube is his job and that he's proud to be a YouTuber. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Like I said before, I've said this, I think I said this last time we talked about Mutahar. I would be ecstatic to admit that I'm a YouTuber. If somebody asked me what my job is, I'd be like, yeah, I do YouTube, or yeah, I'm a streamer. That's like that's a job that most people consider to be one of the most like cushiest, nicest jobs you could possibly work. It's one of the dream jobs. But this guy, for some reason, refuses to admit that because he wants to sound like a normal guy because he wants to... This is obviously his job. This is obviously his job. Hi, Kanga. It would end his career completely. It's way too late for him to own up to it. That is true. He's very far into it. Marcus has been a member of the team for the past 5 seasons with the club, in charge of the club, and the club has been part of the team since the end of the season and has been a key part of his parents probably wouldn't approve. True. Yeah, he is Indian, so that is true. I worked on coding in high school in some dog shit computer class that I didn't care about. I guess I'm an engineer too. True. Like, it's just ridiculous. Because it feels like this guy is just trying to act high and mighty. It just feels like this guy is trying to... It just feels like Muta is trying to put himself on a pedestal, and it's very interesting to see how this has transpired over the years, because Muta used to be known as like the goofy little Indian guy who, you know, he was like... Everybody loved Muta back in the day, man. Everybody loved Muta, and now, as of recent, last year or so, this guy has been under the biggest... The flame is being lit under his fucking cheeks, under his ass. And it's terrible. It's terrible. This guy's getting like raped all the time. And it's crazy that he's been lying about like half the shit he's been talking about for years. 10 years he's been lying about the engineering thing. According to Nick Andros, it's been 10 years of fucking lying about this. This all traces back to Muta not wanting to disavow Nux. I know. This could have been avoided. It's so interesting looking back at it that this all is easily avoidable if he just disavows Nux. If he just disavows Nux, if he disavows Nux and he doesn't get super involved in a lot of extra stuff, this guy's fine. if he just like doesn't, if he avoids like most conflicts and doesn't like introduce himself into most things, this guy would be fine. People would still be under the assumption this guy's like some tech genius. This guy is like some, you know, he's the guy you want to go to for all these important things. Now everybody's questioning everything. And he's genuinely lying about like most things. Nux was the little domino, like the meme. He was like the little domino. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just so interesting. Now we're like nitpicking at every little thing and we're finding more and more about how this guy's like lying about this or he's lying over here. He's like a compulsive liar. Turns out he's, you know, turns out he's been faking the whole fucking engineering thing. Oh, my ears.
We should look at the Mutahar call again.
That would be a good idea. Thank you for the $2 Canadian, Captain C. In Canadian dollars to American dollars, whatever you've donated so far, Captain C, has perfectly translated to $29.99, by the way. As a longtime Some Ordinary Gamer subscriber, I feel abused. He's abusing you. Physically, Toaster. He is physically abusing you. I wouldn't mind looking at the call to maybe see if there's any issues with what he has said. That was a very loud pipe.
Because to be honest, I can just like anytime I need a good laugh and a good.
We should also
happy
watch
day,
a Mutahar
I just read
interview
some of the
Spencer
stuff
and
you guys say,
Ramax.
whether you're like talking about the topic
that
I'm discussing, or you're just straight up roasting me. It's always funny to just get down and be part of the community over here.
You love being roasted, but the E word is a step too far. There's
too
free speech
far.
and then there's hate speech, and engineer with a hard R is clearly a slur.
Engineer.
You can of course say it with a soft A instead, and it won't be filtered. You know all you had to do was do nothing, right? Like you said, YouTube's not your job. You don't rely on it financially in any way.
What's up, my engineer? What's up, my engineer? Oh my god. You're a fucking engineer. Tyrone, you're a fucking engineer. Zach, you're an engineer.
And even if it was, no matter how many people hate or dislike you, or think you're a total fraud, you'll always have tens, hundreds of thousands of people who love you no matter what. Is that not enough for you? Are you still the little boy from 10 years ago whose heart's broken when someone unsubscribes?
If I ever lost one subscriber, I feel heartbroken.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Now, the odds of Mutahar seeing...
Which I already pointed this out earlier in the stream. I feel like I'm repeating my points. But again, I think it's very silly that we can look as far as then where he's talking to his subscribers, telling them like, I love all of you guys. I would die for you guys. I care about you guys so much. But this apparently isn't his job. Like, this to him is not his job. He is basically like love bombing his entire community. He's like unironically love bombing his community. But then he refuses to accept this as his job. He refuses to admit that YouTube is his job, which, again, I don't know why he refuses to admit that this is his job. He uploads every single day. He uploads every day. He makes probably thousands of dollars off of every single video. I'd imagine so, right? Like, he gets hundreds of thousands of views. He's a 1 million sub channel. Just admit you're a fucking... Just admit it, Mutahar. Just admit it, man. Are you a clanker? Are you a fucking clanker? Dirty clanker.
Hello, guys. And
let's see. Let's look at this. 21 hours ago. Okay, cool. 100K, 400K, 200K, 400K, 300K, 300K, 100K. He's dropped a lot. Jesus Christ. Even then, even though he's dropped a lot, these are 17-minute videos. This probably translates to hundreds of dollars, by the way. And this is not his job. He has 3.5 million subs, but his channel prints money. I would be flexing like crazy. Exactly. I just don't know why he doesn't do it. Chicken. You no good gearback clanker. Goddamn wrench. Goddamn wrench. That's wrench monkey is a little crazy. Shut up, you clanker. You're a bunch of clankers. Oh, I imagine he makes thousands a day. Cause like, okay, like look at this: 4 million, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, and all these are like not even the highest of editing videos. Like these are very low quality videos. He pumps these out like it's nothing. These million video view videos, 13 minutes. This is a hour-long video, 3 million, by the way. This guy probably made more than any of you guys have made in a year off of that video. He probably made way more. He probably made so much more than whatever the fuck you guys make in a year. That's 3 million views in an hour. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Here, let me put this into perspective. Let me try to do math on this. I wanna say almost every video he's made about. Let's see. We're actually gonna use Mrao as an example. Okay, so Mrao's 300K view video that's 16 minutes long. Perfect. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the amount of money that a video like that would make, because I think I remember doing the math back then, was about $400. That was before Mrao made that video, before he got monetized. So he got monetized in the middle of it, so he only got about 200K off of it. So I want to say Muta, if it's reaching over 300,000, is making most likely around $500 to $600 per video if it's hitting this. Keep in mind, it depends on the ad rate. Yes, it depends on the ad rate. Keep in mind, I was going to say, Muta might have a really good ad rate. He could be making more than that. He could very easily be making more than that. And this guy just has to sit in front of a camera and do little to no effort editing and everything, and he does it every single day. And this is not his job, by the way, even though I would guarantee you this is probably making him more money than any job he's ever worked or currently is working. So I don't know. I don't believe it for a second here.
I would assume are very, very low. But I really hope that Mutahar knows that if he's not a fraud, all of this was salvageable. If any of those jobs he had engineer in the title and he showed receipts, it would have gone a long way, even if he has been fluffing himself up a little bit. If you provided receipts on top of that in the course of one of those jobs, you dealt with cutting-edge hardware, I would make sure that everyone knows the Intel ad where you made those claims isn't fraudulent. But instead, your go-to on becoming aware of what's going on was to censor everyone and try to stop the spread of information. That's a problem in and of itself,
Very
brother.
interesting,
You went
Mutahar.
full
Very
manager.
interesting.
You went full pirate software. Good luck with that. What was it Mutahar said about that guy again?
Just learn to take a little bit of an L. Learn to laugh at yourself. None of this would have been an issue.
Oh my god, he's digging himself such a massive hole, dude. He's digging himself such a massive hole. Oh my god, I just got to see this one more time.
Mortgage insurance and all this other shit.
I just got to see this one more time. I got to breathe it in a little bit more.
Especially like A-lender banks, like tier 1 banks, probably don't want to deal with somebody super young, so you have to go to like a B lender, which fucks you in the ass even more. Okay, just the process of buying a home, you might as well bend over like this, okay? Spread your ass, and prepare to get in every.
Oh, sorry, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. I think we're just gonna move on. I think we're just gonna move on to Marble Racing, baby! To Marble Racing. Bend over, boy. Did you see the video he was in recently where they bought cheap cars and had like a derby or something and Muta hurt his back? What? Wait, what? What is that on actually? Hold on. What is that on? Dude, Nick Andros had a fucking tweet and somebody commented under the tweet, And I can't show it. I'm not going to show it. It is actually insane. I'm not going to show it. It's evil. But let's just say lot of poop. Oh, is it Brandon Buckingham? It might be Brandon. Brandon Buckingham seems like the type of guy to do something like that. That sounds like Brandon Buckingham. What are your guys' opinion on Brandon Buckingham? You guys like him? I think he's all right. He did make a video called The Truth About Sam Hyde, and I never watched it, and I'm wondering if I should, like, check that out. Oh, it is Brandon Buckingham.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this episode, me, Wendigoon, Oompaville, Call Me Chris, Mutahar, and Turkey Tom buy 4 cars, decorate them, and destroy them, all for the fun of it. So I really hope you guys enjoy the episode. Without further
I fuck
ado,
with Brandon. I
let's
like
get
his
into it.
videos. Yeah, he's really good.
Extreme. It's pretty extreme? It's pretty extreme.
He's cool in general, but that Sam Hyde video is a blaze fest.
That is insane.
We hate Oompa. I've never been too fond of Oompaville. I mean, I never really hated him. I just was never too fond of him. Oh my god, he got hurt. Yeah. Do we have to bring you back to the house? And it's Mutahar.
Right, so right now we're on Facebook Marketplace looking for 2 cars to purchase.
Yo, this is definitely a stolen car.
Can we buy it?
It's gotta be stolen.
Let me ask.
Send him a message.
Hey, dude.
Is this real, bro?
This is Brandon Buckingham.
I will say, okay, I like Brandon. I like Wendigoon. All right, hate me if you will. I don't know if you guys are haters of Wendigoon, but I love Wendigoon. I love his content. I love Wendigoon. He's awesome. I love Wendigoon. And then listen. You guys are gonna want me raped after this. After I say this, but I do enjoy some Turkish Thomas. Not entirely, right? You know, not entirely. I understand Turkey Tom is a bit of a retard. Okay, I understand. But I do enjoy a bit of Turkey Tom. Okay. His wife is pregnant. Oh, really? He's wholesome. I just love Wendigoon. I love his shit. He's really good. I actually wish I could do shit similar to Wendigoon. I love his content. It's fun content. I really love the stuff he does. I love horror genre stuff. I love all the stuff he covers. It's just really good. It's really good stuff. I used to be a Turkey Tom fan, but he's just become a slot mill. Yeah, that's why I say, like, I think Turkey Tom hate is a little overdone, because I just think here's the thing. He has become a slot mill, and it's not that fun. But listen, he's reached the peak. He makes a lot of money. He's just making his bag. And at the end of the day, I can't complain about that. I mean, he's making his bag. That's all I can. Like, listen, if I was in, I'll be brutally honest. If I was in Turkey Tom's position where I had a 1 million sub channel, I have multiple channels functioning like really well. They're all getting thousands of views, and I'm making boatloads of money. If I could hire a team to do it for me, and I could just keep making my money, and I could just finally, like, I'm a fucking millionaire at a young age, I'll take it. I'm gonna fucking take that any day, so I can have, like, time with my dude. If I was in that position, I would take it so I can have time with my wife. I could have time with my family, my friends. I could do whatever the fuck I want. And I just and yes, I know it's sellout behavior, but listen. He's making money. He's making boatloads of money. If you were in that position, I feel like you do it too. I'm indifferent on Tom. I don't dislike him. I just don't watch him much. I'm not a big fan of Wendigooner, I must say. Jimbo! Chatters be like, his wife is pregnant. And depending on your political beliefs, it's a big, small, bad, or good thing. I like Brandon, but I think he should stop his hood videos now that he is a dad. Oh, he's a dad. I didn't even know that. Yeah, Brandon's a dad. Maybe don't do hood videos. Maybe don't. Yeah. I would rather kick Oompy as hard as possible towards a field goal than a dumbass swan.
Because you're fucking stolen. AC and heat work good. Blend door makes it blow out defrost.
Dude, Muda is he has gotten so big, dude. Look at how fucking large he is.
They wouldn't even know. The engine light doesn't fucking work.
Yo, a $2,000 wide body.
God, he's.
What does that mean? They've got scats.
He's inflated. I mean, it's not even funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Drive off today. No insurance. No driver's
Are we
license.
sure, like, his wife isn't a feeder, maybe? No, don't make that claim.
Possessions and open loans. All cars come with a warranty.
Bad credit welcome. Criminal history great.
Hypothetically, if we buy a stolen car, you have to.
Yeah, don't do stuff that puts yourself in danger for her sake. Yeah.
Yeah, my name's
that is
Brandon
true.
Buckingham. Got a used car dealer on the line. So yeah, we just need it to run for one single day is all we need.
Like, does the vehicle have to be in perfect condition on the outside? Like, as in, like, do the windows?
No, as long as it runs for one day, it can be totally messed up.
If you know anybody that's selling cars, I don't care if like they're little, you know.
Wendy's lies will catch up to him one day.
Broken, like no windows, the engine doesn't work.
Okay, what was your name?
My name is John.
Oh my God, Toaster, that actually goes really hard. If you're a real one, you always know when to edge and when to goon. Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm calling you back from work, and obviously you called me in regards to finding you a cheap vehicle.
Expose him, Jimbo. Expose Wendigo. Or Wendigo. Wendigoon.
If you'd like, you can come up here and, you know, we can discuss that for you if you'd like. We are here only till 6.
So we're going there right now?
If he has the sleep issues, like he says, it can fuck with your hormones and
Bank
make you
might be
gain weight.
closed. ATM, there's an ATM on the corner, but the max is $200.
It closes in 15 minutes, so we're on a time crunch, you guys.
What the fuck is this?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I can see why they're selling cars that cheap now.
Well, I want to see Mutahar break his back, dude. You're buying the cars, getting supplies, decorating the cars.
Twice. Yeah, I got a
Speed
2013
test,
Toyota Prius. I usually
off-road
steal
test.
mine,
Okay, let's
so-
go over to here. Let's go over to here.
Set! Go!
$10.25. 10 seconds to drive 100 yards. That's crazy.
Okay.
My name's Tom, and I have a simple message for you today. Stop gooning. While this beautiful 2025 Honda CR-V may be a product
Says that while
of
he's friends with a
Japanese
guy named
culture, their
Wendigoon, by the way.
intuition, their imperial enthusiasm for amazing automobiles, I don't give a fuck about that. I have one simple message, and it is stop gooning, okay? A lot of you kids out there have addictions, okay?
Put
We
a
have it here,
fucking shirt
we have it
on,
the other
dude.
side,
Jesus
and
Christ, I don't
take a
need to
look,
see your
we have very
armpit
nice
hair,
working
Turkey
headlights.
Tom.
These are my high
Fuck.
beams on at all times. You can see wherever you're going.
When they
no
start
matter what.
driving in the grass?
Some
Okay.
dickhead decided to spray paint pupils on this, which defeats the purpose. Check out the inside. Amazing manufacturing. Now, you may notice.
All right, so we have successfully completed the drag portion and the showcasing portion of the event. We are now moving to the off-road portion. My bet is that, for one, I'm going to win because I always win. But also that Brandon is going to lose immediately. He's going to explode in blood and peanuts everywhere. And I can't wait. So explain to me the course of fire, Drill Sergeant.
All right, so
God,
so
Oompaville
you see
needs
this
to put up
path
some
up through here?
fucking
I see
meat
it.
on his
Look up
bones,
and,
dude.
there's a path.
Oompa needs to put
It
some
is
fucking meat on his
very
bones.
bumpy.
All right.
Mustafa went on it with me. It's pretty awesome. And you're gonna be fine, to be
All right.
honest.
Okay.
Like kind of built for it to be, you know.
A little bit.
And but we're gonna see though how. Oh my God, what's under the helmet?
Nothing.
Is Tom still friends with Destiny when this was released? When was this released? A month ago? I can't remember when the Destiny stuff happened. I have no clue. Honestly, I don't know. Should dirty bulk? What does dirty bulk mean?
Show us.
You sure?
I honestly
Don't be
couldn't
shy.
tell you.
What's he got under there?
It was a couple months ago.
I feel like this one probably we should time it again.
Okay.
And then just same shit.
Would we like to take safety precautions with this part of the course?
Probably.
Do not try this at
Just
home.
funny, he
We
says
are all
stop
being
gooning.
safe, responsible with legal vehicles.
Oh
We are
yeah,
not
when
attempting to take
when
on public roadways.
Destiny's
We are
like
also
one of the
wearing eye
biggest gooners on the
protection and head
platform.
protection. And we have a first aid kit.
Yeah, with a
for anything
sex
to go
vest.
wrong, as well as people with first aid training. And once again, do not try that at home.
We're doing a bit of a unique treatment, never seen before. He's got some problems, so we're doing exposure therapy for his nut allergy. Are you feeling good?
I feel good.
You feel good?
If you put these in your ears, oh, you can hear the nuts move when you move your head. It's
whoa!
It's I've never felt anything like this. You can hear the hold on. You can literally hear the
Means
nuts
you want to
move.
eat like shit to build muscle.
Move your
Oh,
head.
so eating junk food and stuff?
Whoa. They move back and forth.
Are we doing a
Pop
3,
Tarts
2,
and candy.
1
Jimbo,
action?
Jimbo, do you do dirty bulks? Is that what you like to do? Is that your kind of whole thing?
Ready, set, go!
And here we go.
Most of these guys are boring as fuck. Just because you got millions of subs doesn't mean you're entertaining at all. Outside the context you grew up in.
Danger mode. 1385. 1385.
Holy shit.
That was sick as fuck. That was crazy. That thing is certainly gonna win. All right, 1385.
It's a bit dangerous. That's a bit dangerous. Okay, Muda's next, right? GMC Yukon. Okay, this is when he gets hurt, right?
Dude, Muda might crash for real. We gotta get ready to move over because he's gonna fucking.
Ready, set, go!
Woo!
Oh my god, Muda's gonna break his back. Here we go, here we go.
1353 faster than Trailblazer.
Oh shit!
Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen here? There it is, there it is!
That is so fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh my god, it's gonna come. He's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna come out and he's gonna be like, oh my
That's
back.
crazy. That thing's fast.
Sam Hyde is lame now too. Hey man. Sometimes people are just out of their prime.
Okay, ready?
Okay, it wasn't after that. Okay. No, not yet. Okay, hold on. Then let's skip ahead a little bit. Let's skip ahead a little bit.
Where?
Set.
Let's see, let's see.
Yeah! That was that piece that fell off. We got the Trailblazer. I've got probably the most experience driving off-road of all these people.
This fucking hit right here is gonna. What the fuck? Oh, dude.
Spinal tap. Dude, I taste antifreeze. That's not good.
I taste America.
What happened?
We
Oh my
need an
God,
ambulance.
disaster.
Mudahar's fucked
just
up.
got really hurt.
Oh my god, here it is. Here it is.
How bad is it?
I don't know.
Here it
What's
is.
hurt? What's hurt?
Dude, I mean, you don't need to stand up right now.
Yeah, you're good. You can sit. Is your head okay? You good to walk? We need to drive you back to the house. You good? You feel okay? Lightheaded or anything? Okay. You want to just take some deep breaths, chill for a little bit? Just take some deep breaths, relax.
Hey, that's my bad, Micah. I didn't realize people were flinging around back there. I apologize. I
It's
shouldn't have
all
taken
good.
that last jump so rough.
Yeah, you look much better. You look much better, dude.
Did you get knocked out?
Holy shit. Did you see stars or anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just get pressed your lump.
Shoulder good and everything?
Yeah, it's good.
Dude,
I'm so sorry for laughing.
Look, dude, he's so fucking tough. He's so strong, dude. Look at him. Look at him. He's so strong, dude.
Yeah.
Love you, bro.
Oh,
I'm glad you're all right. You look much better now.
Look, he's taking it like a champ and everything, dude. Look at him. He's so strong.
I hit the top, my back got like a little.
You hit the roof?
Yeah, dude, like I hit the roof, like boom.
Yeah, that was a real off-camera disaster.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're ticking up. You look good. You look good.
No,
You
I
got
think
some
it's just-
oxygen back in your brain. You
No,
want
I
to
think
see
Upper deck you to fix things?
Bro.
All the pain will go away.
Bro, I need some nut right now.
He's fat, not an engineer.
Yeah,
And his
mine's
videos
fine.
suck
I
dick.
can move, everything's good. It's just fucking.
Is there any,
I do have like some back problems, but it's like.
Oh my
probably,
God.
Like, you hit a
Yeah.
little
is there
bit.
any like pain right now?
No, there's no pain.
Almost killed him, too.
Yeah, but thank God there was nuts in the car. Yeah, so Mutahar broke his back.
How's your back feeling today?
Dude, I got fucked up. That's how it's feeling, bro.
He broke his back?
I woke up.
Okay,
this morning.
okay. If he actually did break his back, I'll let him. Listen, Chad. Okay, I'll give him a pass. That actually is. That does kind of hurt. Okay.
I felt like I felt like a 60-year-old man trying to get out of bed for a minute. It was just tight, sore.
Okay, in fairness, when the crash happened, the amount of air we got, I wish we had a camera in there because Mutahar and I both were sent into the
Muda's
ceiling.
taller than
Well,
I thought I
Tom
must say.
screamed-
Indians are tall as shit, dude. Indians are really tall. You gotta understand. Indians are tall as shit.
That Muda's shoulder was dislocated and he hurt his back and that we needed an ambulance. So my first thoughts, and then Christina ran away. So I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. There was very little understanding, because I didn't know what was going on, and we all just hit our heads on the ceiling of a Trailblazer. We got a little bit of a mini derby, very small.
Everyone was fine. Okay, everyone was fine. Good old Mutahar. You know, we'll give him a pass. He did actually dislocate. If I trusted. Other people were there. They said he did. Muta is like 6'4", 389 pounds. That's big. Holy fuck, 389. Jesus Christ. He might get there one day. You never know. But we do have another event for the Marble League. Event number 7, triathlon. This one's fun, all right, chat? This one's a fun one to watch. You guys are going to like this one. Let's just get started, all right? Let's get started. You guys know what teams you're rooting for.
For the first time, we venture
I'm almost that
outside
fat,
of the
but I'm working
stadium
on the height.
for the triathlon. It was a long trek out here. We actually did it late last night. I had to stick a lantern on the saddle to get out here. It worked. I mean, we made it.
Jesus Christ, I don't think he's actually 389. That's a lot. That'd be really big.
I'm Greg Woods. Taking a look at our variable course, sand.
All right, yeah.
Track.
From last we remember, these two teams are fucking running away with it. Oceanics and Midnight Wisp are absolutely, they're running away with it. Mellow Yellow got the win last time. That's a fan favorite for a lot of people. That's huge. We're hoping to see a few other winners so that Oceanics and Midnight Wisp don't just run away with the wins.
And the Oceanics
We'll see.
are leading the way so far.
Because this is about to be a battle for
87-80
first
over
and
the
second,
Midnight
not
Wisps. Raspberry
anything
Racers
else.
In third, Mellow Yellow, trending nicely.
The 7th event is the triathlon.
And so we have 8 marbles, 1 per team, going down this course.
Bought some marbles after watching this last time.
Looking right there at the track portion before diving
We
into
gotta
the
pump those
water.
numbers up, Dodongo. Yeah, start eating.
For heat
Okay,
one,
heat 1.
4 reserves
We got Mellow Yellow in
the
this one.
field,
You guys,
along
we
with
got some
one
Mellow
captain,
Yellow
that's
fans,
Wispy,
some Blackjack fans,
from the
maybe?
Midnight Wisps. Down we come. We start on the sand, and it was Chiraco leading into that
I believe I
first
saw
turn.
Team Galactic on there, too.
Oceanics snagged P1 just briefly. Everybody bumping up against that wall. Chiraco's lead is building. Oceanics,
I could be wrong.
Midnight Wisps.
How about the Galactic
Also
one?
dueling for the
Oh!
lead, and coming out of nowhere, that's Balls of Chaos.
Oh,
up
no,
in the
that's Balls
second
of
place.
Chaos. Okay, that wasn't
Everybody
Team
getting
Galactic.
that fine coating of sand. It's
Oh,
going to be washed
shit.
away. Now onto the
They've caught
track.
up.
Get a little more friction with that sand through here.
Where's Mellow Yellow, man?
Running a good race.
Oh, my God.
Into the water they go, down to
they're in the
line.
water!
Look how close this is going to be. Nearly 4 wide. Midnight Wisps chasing Balls of Chaos.
Oh, Mellow Yellow got
Mellow Yellow
seconds!
will get across
Mellow
the
Yellow
line
caught
before
up at the
Wisps, and
last seconds.
Rangers are the last
Okay, that's huge.
transfer
Oceanics
position.
did not move forward.
That
The
race
Oceanics
changed
did not go
complexion
forward.
Immensely. Once we
Mellow
dove
Yellow
into the
got
water.
second place. They're moving on to the next
Snarl for
round.
Balls of Chaos. Look at on the top
Hi,
lane
Gamma.
there, but the real battle was in between.
I think
Mellow
so. I think
Yellow
so,
and
Dodongo. I think
Midnight
you said
Wisps,
Midnight
just
Wisp,
a
which
few
they're in second
hundredths
place right now,
between
which is
them.
huge.
Oceanics close behind. The
Limers didn't make it. Okay, here's big. Team Galactic,
But they
Green
will go
Ducks.
no
We have
further.
Raspberry Racers, Momo. We got a few
number
Pinkies. We got a
2.
few fans of each of
This
these
time, 3
teams.
captains, 2 reserves. We drop on down. And it's Savage Speeders off
Oh
to
my
a
God! Not the
fast
Savage
clip
Speeders. Somebody rape them.
through those early turns.
Zach, I need you on the double. Is that Team Galactic
Contact
in
there.
second?
Team Galactic goes back.
Oh no, they're
farther.
falling back.
In second place, back toward
The water at
Green
the end is
Ducks
actually
Captain
interesting.
Mallard.
They've never done that
Now it is
before.
Mallard up into second place.
Mallard's
Chasing
catching up in
rapidly
second
from the
place.
Savage Speeders as they head on to the track portion.
Oh, Green Ducks in first.
Round through that chicane go the Green Ducks. They are into first. Top 4 will advance, diving into the water.
Oh no, Green Ducks.
Gets the better run down.
Oh, they're
toward
not
the
getting a
line.
good run
They all
down.
condense
Oh,
down the bottom
no.
lane among those top 3. That does leave the door.
Oh,
open
they
up
got
top for
fourth
Team
and Team
Momo.
Galactic got
Speeders
fifth.
do get the win. Bumblebees.
That was a bit
roll
scary.
ahead and block off the Green Ducks. Those are your 4 transfers.
How can you tell who
Quasar,
got
the
fourth and
reserve
fifth
for
between
Team
Galactic and the Ducks?
Just misses out by 8
Yeah,
hundredths
Galactic
of
and
a
the
second.
Ducks. That was hard to
And
tell.
we had a DNF, the Pinkies.
Oh, the
They did not make it down to the course. Oh, they never even made it to the track, just on the sand.
That's the start. They missed the. Oh.
Mellow Yellow, Midnight Wisps, Rangers, Savage
Oh.
Speeders were
I
disappointed
apologize,
not to take
Fox.
gold in the previous event. Those
Thunderstorm
5
is
meter
knocking out my
events
power right now. Big
will
Aaron,
go pretty
please,
well. Shout out
please,
to the
please.
Storm team owner Conti New. Also, shout out to the Skyway Chase
The
set.
Savage Speeders blocked
Look how
Mallard.
tall that thing
Well,
is.
Mallard made
You wanna
it.
see
He
some
made it to
marbles
the
get
next
scared
round. He
of
just
heights
barely got
before
fourth
diving
place. That was
down?
not
See how
good.
they react.
It seems
And more
okay.
importantly, see who wins.
After watching this,
Check
it
out.
seems to me like you don't want to be in
On to
first
the
because they roll to the
consolation
side in the
round.
water. You want to come in like a little later
Blackjacks,
and be in a
Pinkies, Limers,
and be
Kobolds,
in kind of a
Galactic,
group.
Oceanics, Snowballs, and the Raspberry Racers, and several were shot from a cannon as they headed down onto the sand for the first time.
This is the losers bracket.
Snowballs lead with Snowstorm.
Is that Raspberry Racers in the back? Oh no, Oceanics and Raspberry Racers are in first and third.
Pinky Toe to get by. Limers are falling backward. Oceanics right there, weaving back and forth in a nice duel with the Cobalts. Up front, move aside.
So if we
We've
want-
got a new leader, but as we've seen,
If we want more
diving
hope
into the
for other
water
teams,
changes everything.
see, being in first might not
Especially
be.
if you
Oh,
manage to
actually,
catch
no.
a
Being in
draft.
first,
We wait for the white balance
being
to
in first was
jump over
good
the line.
for Blackjacks.
Get it in front of Pinkies and the Snowballs. Then a bit of a gap back.
Oceanics
to the
got dead
Limers.
last.
In front of Raspberry Racers and Team Galactic. Door wasn't even open on that overtake.
Okay,
for the
Oceanics got dead
Blackjacks,
last. They
but
get no
Diamond
points. That's huge
decided
for
they
the
would
standings.
open it
That's absolutely
themselves.
huge for the standings.
16th goes to the Oceanics
Okay.
as we are
Mellow
now ready
Yellow,
for
Green
the
Ducks.
final.
We got the Midnight
3
Wisps.
captains, 3 reserves.
We got a few
Who are the
big
favorites?
teams here.
And is your team one of them?
Dirty Limers.
Off to award our next gold
Oh my God,
medal.
Mellow Yellow's all the way up
And
in
it's
front.
Mellow Yellow. Who get off
Oh
to
my
a
God,
fine
Mellow
start.
Yellow. No,
They're
the
losing
Savage
speed,
Spears,
bumping
they
up against the
passed
wall,
them.
corner on the outside. Savage
Oh, God.
Spears, they take the lead.
Oh, they're passing him again. Oh, this is intense.
Watching back there with the Midnight Wisps. They are in a
Come on,
duel
Yella.
called chaos now. Catching the draft. Sand portion really opens up speed.
Oh my God. Okay, they're getting ahead. They're getting ahead.
Mellow Yellow taking a peek over the shoulder. Savage Speeders are right
Oh
there
no.
with them.
Oh no. Okay,
Couple
this
of
is
lengths
the end.
apart,
This
they
is the
come down
end.
into the water. In the rundown for the gold, it's Mellow Yellow.
Oh,
up
it's
against
gonna
the
be
top
Mellow
wall,
Yellow.
and
It's
the
gonna be
finish
that.
nose
Oh,
astern.
Green Ducks again in the
Mellow
top
Yellow,
5 again.
Savage Speeders
Every
and
time.
The Midnight Wisps.
Did Mellow Yellow got first again? They got first last one.
Once they went into the water,
Oh shit, they got 2 firsts
they
in a
were locked
row.
together. Nobody could make the move. 'cause they
Oh
realized
shit,
the
Mellow
draft
Yellow. It was
is
Yeller.
The best way to pick up speed.
It was Yeller.
But Mellow Yellow's Yeller was just too fast. Shout out to Logan
Hold on, this
Darnell,
might
the
be
Rangers'
huge for the
biggest fan.
standings.
Message says
This
we're
might
proud
be
of you.
huge for the standings.
The bronze goes to Midnight Wisps. The silver
Mellow
to the
Yellow
Savage
gets the
Speeders,
gold
and the gold goes
and
to
stands
Mellow
atop the
Yellow.
podium next to
Congratulations.
Savage
I don't like
Speeders
Savage Speeders
and
getting on the
Midnight
podium
Wisps.
again, though. That's scary. Midnight Whisper in first. So Midnight Whisper obviously in first. Mellow Yellow might be in second.
We said Mellow Yellow was trending well. They jumped up 5 spots after the last event into 5th place.
Steam Happy is
Speeders were down in
is
9th.
currently
Where will
winning
they
right now.
Go from here, as we give a shout out to Crazy Cat's Eyes, Board Games, Bricks Hobbies, team owners for the Cats. In the triathlon, which is meant to give you a
Okay, so this is okay.
rounded
Yeah, the
marble.
Green Ducks just keep
Not
getting
literally, of
5th and
course.
4th. They're not getting any
We see
podium
Mellow Yellow
spots.
stand atop.
Okay, Mellow Yellow is 1 point behind the Oceanics. Midnight Wisp are low-key running away with it, but Mellow Yellow got 2 firsts in a row. Huge for them. And the Savage Speeders are jumping as
But
well.
it's Midnight Wisp.
Okay, 3 jumps for the Savage Speeders. Momo jumped 3. Limers in dead last. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's what we like to see. Surprise! Midnight Wisp are getting away with it a little bit. They're almost 10 points ahead of second place. Ooh, this is getting interesting. This is getting very interesting this year. I'm wondering if they're going to keep dropping like flies. When's the next one? August 2nd. When is August 2nd? Is it 2 days? 3, not 2 days. 3 days, right? 3 days away. It's on Saturday. Yeah, 3 days away. Yeah, 3 days away. Galactic is slipping. Yeah, they are in fact slipping, unfortunately, all right? Unfortunately, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Galactic falling down 2, Snowballs fell down 3, Cobalts fell down 2, It's not as even as I was expecting this year to be. I expected this year to be a little bit more even. There's a few teams that are just completely running away with it. Oh, shit. Like 4 medals already for Midnight Wisp, 3 for the Oceanics, and then, you know, everybody here's clumped up with 2. Except for Team Galactic, who keeps falling, even though they have 2. This is getting scary. Oh yeah, you want Bumblebees, Dodongo. Okay. Bumblebees are all the way in 13th, by the way. I was sent this video by Jimbo. And this was a video sent a while ago. A long time ago. So I thought to myself, maybe let's watch it. 5 minutes long. Gay hipsters, are they racist? Yes. Flesh Emulator. I've heard of Flesh Emulator before. I think Rao showed me this guy once. And I'm in for the ride, all right? I'm in for the ride.
Oh, geez, Flesh, that's a really sticky topic. You're going to get yelled at on Twitter. No, it's not. No topic is risky if you know the depths of darkness in your own heart, unless they don't match up with the person you're pretending to be. But I've got nothing to hide, so I'm just going to dive in. Now, why would you want to hear a white man's opinion on this?
I sure hope so.
I don't know. You clicked on the video. Now,
yeah, his name is Flesh Emulator.
This is a topic suggested by a buddy of mine that I figured I'd tackle because it's something that is at once insidious within people who think they're helping, but also something that should be talked about, but isn't.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
Being unable or afraid to speak plainly and bluntly about race is a self-report that you fall into one of 2 categories. Or actually, sometimes both, honestly. Category 1, crypto-Nazis. These are people who are awkward about the topic of race because they looked inwards and what they found was, bro, I straight up just do not like Mexicans. Or whatever. And they decided to just sort of keep that quiet.
What?
Now, this is a very real issue, but not really the point of the video. Category 2, however. Progressives who are self-reporting as exclusively hanging out with white people, or at the very least not interacting with people of other races in close or casual enough settings to
HRT.
speak
You meant
freely about race with
horse
them.
race.
Now, if you're a white person
you guys
who is
have
slightly
to
nervous
get Puddle
right now
on
that you're going to get in trouble
Herbie.
just from hearing me say this, or you know, if you view the idea of race with a combination of like awe and fear, rather than you know, like what you look like, what disease you get, what natural environment you're most suited to, congratulations, this is you. This is who I'm talking about. Where does the queer community fit into this? Well, there's a lot of stuff at play here, and this is only a very loosely structured video, so I'm going to kind of just rattle off some observations. There's a mistaken sense of, you know, we're on the same side, we're both oppressed from the queer community that is largely unreciprocated from minority communities.
Okay.
There's a strong kind of all of it or nothing social pressure on the like white progressive queer left. You can't pick and choose. All of it or nothing, all of it or nothing. Now, as such, it's incomprehensible to them that many minority communities are in many ways frequently more socially conservative. You know, like, how could you be misogynistic? Don't you realize you're black or whatever? The progressive queer community has a hard time squaring the circle between their intersectional worldview and, at least in many places, disproportionately experiencing homophobia from non-white communities.
What?
When the queer community says, I hate men, they mean black and brown men. When they mean white men, they say white men. Now, the inability to speak candidly about the issue leads to a complete lack of analysis as to the underlying cause amongst most people. First and foremost being that acceptance of LGBTQ people is kind of like a luxury belief. And, you know,
I realize I'm black every day when I get side-eyed by old white grannies at the supermarket.
It's not exactly, you know, controversial to say that. Many of the identities and struggles of the more, like, liberal arts student end of the LGBTQ community, you know, demisexuals, whatever, the Tumblr stuff that people make fun of, can seem indulgent to people who, you know, grew up without a father due to 90s era mandatory minimum sentencing for drug possession and subsequent felon disenfranchisement.
Okay.
I think there's a certain resentment for people equating being queer with the oppression faced by ethnic minorities. You know, we didn't have hundreds of years of homosexual slavery in the U.S. If you knew where to look, we did. Now, a good example of this sort of disconnect is something I saw recently. I saw a distraught post from a, you know, well-meaning but clueless DNC person who just simply could not understand why Pete Buttigieg was polling at 0% with...
I'm not actually black, but it's fucking retarded to assume someone with the name Dodongo Manoof would be a fat black female to fit your desires. Shame on you, Gamma and Rao. Bro, dude, Mrau knows. Mrau knows. Oh, dude, Mrau loves Flesh
Black
Emulator,
voters,
dude.
you know, despite how progressive his platform is comparatively. And even after like 50 different black people showed up and went like, bro, of course he's polling at 0%. He is a gay white guy. He kept going, no, it's not that. Like, expecting people of other cultural backgrounds to share the exact same values as college-educated, liberal, coastal white people, and then having a meltdown when they don't is kind of an interesting choice. Like, think about it this way.
Mrau knows
would you
about the gay
consider it a
slaves.
form of
Oh, he
systemic
does know
racism
about the gay
how
slaves. That is
in
true,
the 80s,
Jimbo.
everything in media and culture was from the perspective
There's a lot of
like
things
center-right
There's a lot of
Reagan-
things Mrau probably knows about that he's hiding from the general public. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. I'd say Mrau is hiding everything from the general public. I think that guy has got a lot of secrets he's not telling us.
Era upper middle class white person. You are still doing that. You're just doing libtard white supremacy instead of chud white supremacy now. It is understandably not very popular with many groups. While I'm talking about this, actually, here's another thing that bothers me. So, have you ever noticed how certain types of people...
Oprah might be single,
let's
yeah, I
just say
think.
their
You can maybe
Subaru has
hit.
a Middlebury alumni sticker next to their Middlebury faculty lot sticker. Try and collect acquaintances of obscure ethnicities, kind of like Pokemon. This is my Papua New Guinean friend. I had to transfer her over from the PAL version. It's like the people who think it's racist to play ethno-guesser, forcing a friendship with someone so that they can show off their exotic specimen. It's weird to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna end with something tangentially
Okay,
related.
he's actually kind of cooking on that point. I know a lot of fucking people who are like leftists who like wear their friends as a badge of honor, and they always talk about how they're like friends with like ethnic people. They're like a bunch of like white people who are like friends with like black people and Mexicans. And they wear them like a badge of honor. They like wear each friendship they make as a badge of honor. I fuck with rich tortas. There's rich ones? Oh man.
Which is Flesh Simulator's individual racial oppression formula. It's the derivative with respect to upward class mobility of the generational racial stigma, raised to the number of generations divided by class mobility multiplied by the difference between a 100th percentile household income and your parents' income.
Okay, can you guys Oh, he already... Oh, okay. Well, Flesh Emulator, let's see. Let's see. Second channel, by the way? Oh, like this is his second channel? Yeah, back... Okay. Like a year ago, I was sitting in a call with Mrau. I mean, it was just me and Mrau. We were playing games together. And he just randomly started scrolling TikTok and said, "Do you know who Flesh Emulator is?" And I'm like, of course I don't know who fucking Flesh Emulator is. And then he just started showing me this content. He started showing me this type of shit. And he was like, dude, I love this so much. So he started saying like, dude, I fucking love this stuff so much. And I think I just had to, I think in that moment I should have realized Mrau might have some skeletons in his closet. I think that's when I should have realized he might have some skeletons.
Okay, and then if you like pull it from like the exact edge, it should mostly stay.
Dude, he's just taking the sticker off of a fucking box.
Stop using these fucking labels, Artifact, please, for the love of God. Wait. You know something that might fit into this?
What's in the flippin' box?
It's basically pulling off the script that was
What was the Massive Marcus announcement? You weren't here for it. That's crazy.
All right.
Chat, can we make fun of her for not knowing?
It's not sticky. Like, it's not sticky.
Okay. Neutral broth. Oh, nutritional broth from neutral broth. Flesh Simulator plays Half-Life 2. Okay. Okay. All right. What's in the box? What's in the box? I gotta roll out. Aunt Jemima's buttered curds ain't gonna churn themselves. Neutral broth sounds like one of those bands I like to listen to. Neutral broth. The scratchy duster sniffer guy Rezi introduced us to. What the fuck is the scratchy dust sniffer guy? I don't know what the scratch dust sniffer guy is. I don't know what that is. I'm not 100% certain on what that is. I was going to watch this really quick. This is a 42-minute video. This is a 42-minute video. How much time do we got left here? Because I do have to leave to go drop up stuff for my wife. For my pregnant wife, apparently. Because keep in mind, Chad, apparently my wife is pregnant now. In the meantime...
If those 5 seconds weren't enough to make you cry, then the rest of this video is me telling you why I'm crying right now.
Okay, for real this time. The first Call of Duty game I ever liked
Freshly
was
pregnant.
Black
It's
Ops
fresh.
2. I was at a friend's house playing split-screen gun game on Hijacked against bots. I was 10 at the time. It meant my mom had to take me.
Oh my god,
a
this
trip
artwork
home
is
from
crazy.
EV Games, and I had myself an old copy of Black Ops 1 for the Wii. But a month later, and my birthday came, with Advanced Warfare and a new PS4. I was obsessed. I exclusively used SMGs, and I hated skill-based matchmaking. Getting steamrolled by a dude jetpacking around the map with a Bow 27 was the first time I ever cried at a multiplayer video game. I used to get so mad, I didn't even break controllers. No. Okay, there was this wooden chair in my room, and I would claw the living shit out of it. Chunks of wood would be lying on the floor. I remember one day, my mom came into my room, she looked to my left, and it had a blanket over it, but you could see what was under that, just mangled with that blanket over it. She looked back at me and was like, what is this? How did this happen? Did you do this? I didn't even know how to respond. I didn't know what to do.
This video contains disturbing themes? Bro, this video is awesome. What the fuck?
This
Oh yeah,
is the
baby.
first ever Call of Duty sniping montage I remember having watched. It was the Apocalypse Teamtage by Legacy, just a simple compilation of clips synced to music, and I had no idea what to make of it. I didn't know it was possible to do half the things that they were doing, let alone with a sniper rifle, but all I could think in that moment was that
These were the
was
days, man.
fucking
These were the
cool.
fucking days.
It made me want to play some of these older games that they were playing and
Mom?
do something similar. But I had to settle for what I had, so Advanced Warfare. I quickly started putting snipers on all my classes.
I didn't mind
Learning
Advanced Warfare.
quickscoping
I actually
came
got good
fir-
at Advanced Warfare. I was pretty good at Advanced Warfare for the multiplayer. That's probably why I like Advanced Warfare so much. I was actually like decent at it. I was pretty good at it. The other ones I was too young to ever get like good at it until much later in my life. But I think Advanced Warfare was probably the one that I played the most, and then I stopped. I can't remember if I played any after. No, wait, no. Didn't Black Ops 3 come out after? Actually, I fucked with Black Ops 3 all the time. Black Ops 3 was so good.
First. And actually, no, landing a fucking shot came first. Moving targets became a bit of a problem for me when I was starting out. I had to resort to staying in my scope for long periods of time, dragging across the screen to track targets, but to get quick scoping, I had to watch others play. My first favorite was FaZe Rain. You see, AW wasn't exactly popular at the time, so he mainly played Black Ops 2 and did a lot of trick shotting. I never got very good at trick shotting. I had to just watch people snipe normally, okay? And so Pomage became my new favorite. He was okay at trick shotting, but when it came to sniping, any game
I would every time I play AW,
control.
every time I played AW, I would launch my grenade across the map, and I would always I'd get a kill like all the time. I'd almost get a kill. I got too good at it. I got too fucking good at it, where I knew where to place it and where to land it, and I'd always get a kill right at the beginning of the match, and I would shit my pants. I'd be like, oh, Marcus equal noob? Marcus not noob. My first ever COD game was World at War. That was my first ever COD game. I fucking love World at War. That's my favorite one. But I never got access to like Xbox Live or any of those. I never got access to that stuff until much later, until I got my Xbox One. And by that time, I had AW, and that was the first one I think I got to play. Because I joined I got on Black Ops 2, but everybody had an Xbox One instead of a 360. So I got to play on my 360. I did get online for my 360 to play Black Ops 2, but I really only played zombies with a friend of mine. That's all I really did. I played zombies on Black Ops 2.
He had this video where he went 30-0 sniping in a free-for-all. I would come back to this video every day after
I did eventually
school,
play online
again
stuff
and again
on Black Ops.
To see anything I may have missed the last time. Take this for example. Here he stands still.
We were playing WoW before Little League.
The enemy before aiming in to shoot them. The key to quick scoping. And sorry, I don't think you understood what you just saw, so let me go back, okay? That was a quad feed. 4 kills fast enough to fit all on the screen at once. The most basic form of sniping clip out there. And if I was gonna make a montage of my own, I was gonna have to hit a quad feed for myself.
No, it's the fucking chair.
So 6 months later, and I hit a quad feed with a sniper. And yeah, if you can't already tell, this is that very one. And the first ever video I posted to YouTube. It's crazy to think that this was what started. If you
Actually,
can't
how long
already
ago
tell,
was this might have been a video I've actually watched.
One. And the first ever video.
6 sniper gameplay on TDM with split quad feed. I might have actually watched this before. I would search, when I played AW, I would search far and wide for clips, like, of people doing, like, sniper clips. When I was a kid and I was playing it, I would search so far and wide for, like, sniper montage clips and stuff, so, I don't know. I probably never saw this. I don't know if I did or not.
I posted to YouTube. It's crazy to think that this
I was good too, Gam. I was good too.
Everything you're seeing right now, considering this that you're seeing, but yeah, that was it. I'm sorry, what was that? What? It's split? Okay. So let me get this straight, okay? I got the 4 kills, but because someone else got a kill in between that, my quad feed suddenly doesn't count? But that has nothing to do with me. No. No, I get it. No, I see what this is actually. No, you're just an ass. You're an asshole. Yeah.
Hi, Kanga. Welcome back from the gym.
Right oh, you're gonna bring up the chair.
Gamma versus Baby, quick scopes only.
Okay,
dude, I would actually, that would go so hard. I haven't played fucking COD in so long though, I'd be so ass. But I would totally do that. I would totally do that. That'd be so fun. Oh my god.
Then I saw an edit without any clips. I can't remember what I first felt when watching the montage you're seeing now, but the edit itself and the text it contained is really what made it so memorable for me. It read like a poem. Shed no tears, as all that will rain are the ashes. You just wanted to say goodbye. However, the cold cripples your tongue.
You can't.
All
You can
that
purchase
remain
it
are the
yourself,
echoes of
motherfucker.
disparity
Motherfucker.
and my rage. It's hard to know entirely what the poem was alluding to, only the impression it left off. But the door closing
Jimbo,
on
this
those
is making me
words,
wanna cry.
The title tells us that there is a meaning, just not one we were meant to understand right now. It was after that
What does
video
liquidated
I started
mean?
getting
I
really
don't know what
into
that
editing.
means.
To me, montages were more than just syncing clips to music. Nah. It was all about color correction, fitting colors to that music, warping the time with velocity, and zooms to give those shots flow and impact. Cinematics were put between clips to keep that flow going without breaking immersion. These
God,
black
this guy's
bars
editing
make
is
shit
so
even
good, bro.
more cinematic. And if we add 3D and a little bit of text, give it that little cherry on top. Oh, I'm 2D. I can't see any of this. Editing can be split into two different categories. There's edits. These are more artsy, like what we saw
The
before.
Pank took Gamma Xbox.
And
What?
then there's episodes, which
Fuck,
place focus
man.
on clips.
Damn it. Why'd they do that?
I'm gonna be talking about these for now. A lot of people were fans of the editors in FaZe, like Barker and Mancat, who edited the first montage I ever saw. Some of my favorite, though, were in Red Reserve, who were kind of like the FaZe Little League. All of Red's players hit insane
You know something? I
clips,
never
but their
actually
editors were
watched.
like the
I never really watched FaZe. I was never into FaZe. I never watched them. All right. I know Jimbot might hate me now. Jimbot might think negatively of me now. All right. I know Jimbot might hate me, but I was never into the FaZe stuff. I never got deep into it. Hi, Buttfucker 3000. You fucking clanker. You better not be a clanker. Dirty
producers
clankers.
to those lyrics. Eben used a lot of trap music, time warping, motion blur, lighting, drugs, probably. Unchained liked Biggie.
I never watched FaZe stuff. I watched Vanoss, and I mostly just enjoyed Vanoss clips, not really edits. I did watch edits, like once in a while. Like I used to watch the Sidemen too, and one of the Sidemen I think used to do edits. If I'm not mistaken, was it the Sidemen? Was it one of the Sidemen? I think so. One of them used to do like montage. I think it was Zerka. I fucking love C-Nanners. C-Nanners is one of my... C-Nanners is one of the OGs. I love C-Nanners. C-Nanners is the GOAT. C-Nanners is the GOAT. I remember when I watched C-Nanners, I binge watched... when I found C-Nanners and everything, I binge watched all of his videos that I could find. All the videos that I could physically find, I binge watched all of them. I did the same thing with Vanoss back in the day too. And I still do to this day. To this day, I will like, if I'm feeling like it, I just binge watch every single video that I could find. Cause I know there are a few that I sometimes like stumble upon and I missed. And I was like, what? No way. Those are the people I watched. I never watched FaZe. I was not much of a FaZe guy. It wasn't my thing. Why did people see their ats now? YouTube's fucking raping us, buttfucker.
He got it going on. He'd render his edits at a lower frame rate, which was actually kind of smart. I mean, if everything's at a low frame rate, you can't exactly frame drop when you slow down anymore. Dreams might have been my favorite out of that bunch though. He always made these stylized intros for every video, but even Anomaly, my favorite of his, is just that. It plays almost like the end of a coming-of-age movie, looking back on the best of times these games had to offer. And
Pluto
in
Nash
hindsight,
3D.
Anomaly 3 had some of
One
the
ticket for
best
Pluto Nash
clips hit by
3D.
FaZe Blue, who was already one of the best to ever do it. Yeah, that's a 6 on head. And yes, that is Donald Glover in the background. This video is getting nuked. All these clips are insane even now, but it's the way Dreams uses scribbles, lens flares, that postcard, that scope motion tracking. It's the little stuff here that went a long way without getting in the way. You know, I doubt they knew it when they were making this thing, but all that shit made for a video that felt equally as nostalgic watching it back then as it is going back to it now. I wasn't kidding with what I said earlier, by the way. The music from these montages means I make no money on this video, so, put the money in the bank! On
$1 a
completely
month?
Unrelated note,
Wow.
though, if there's any song that's gonna get this thing nuked, it's this one.
What happened with Mutahar? Oh, Buttfucker, have you not been seeing? So essentially, Mutahar, Nick Andros, if you know Nick Andros in the community, he made a video on Mutahar saying Mutahar's been lying about his job. It seems very likely that Mutahar is lying about being an engineer. He's not actually an engineer. He maybe worked in like one engineering job for maybe a year, maybe less than a year, maybe 2 years. And then that's the most he's ever had in experience in engineering. So this entire time he's been lying about being an engineer. So people have been getting on him about that. Then he actually banned the word engineer in his comment section. So when people try to say engineer in his comment section, it doesn't show up. So it's pretty fucking awesome. Mutahar's getting raped. He is in fact the raped. Bill Cam. Oh, gee, Bill.
If we want to talk the best actors Clockwork 4 can barely
Show Max, he
even
got a
be
fresh cut.
Show Max, he got a fresh cut.
Ooh, Max with the fresh cut, bruh. Thank you for the $5, Kanga. Max with the fresh cut. Oh! Looking good, Max. Looking good, G. Look at that. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. He's looking fly, dude. I mean, look at him, man. He's styling. He is going to be getting all the bitches at the dog park. He's styling, bro. Look at him. Looking good, Max. Looking good. Max got low taper fade. He did, in fact, get a low taper fade. I don't know if you guys ever saw the dog park incident. Am I allowed to show the dog park incident? Is it too graphic?
Max, did you meet a twin? Did you meet a twin today?
Max. Max, did you meet a twin today?
Max, did you meet a twin? Did you meet a twin
Max.
today?
Max met a twin, bruh. And this twin started digging in his butt. Start digging in your butt, twin. God damn. Look. Max met a twin. Look at this. Look at this. Max is the blue. Twinning over here on the left is purple. Max times 2? I know, Max times 2. How graphic is it? Well, Max got his ass sniffed. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but Max did in fact get his ass sniffed, and it was not ideal. But this is Max before the haircut, of course. As you can see, Max is looking a little fluffy here. He's looking a little puffed up. We got Max right here. Fluffy dog. Hairy dog. And then we got Max, oh, with the low taper fade. With the low taper fade. Fuzzy. Clean cut. Purple was named Oliver. Purple was named Oliver. Okay, Max and Oliver. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I have been taking notice of this, though. There is another installment of Big Aaron Cat. There is another installment of the Big Aaron Cat, and I'm wondering what it's doing here. I'm intrigued. I don't really understand what it's trying to accomplish here. If it's trying to sleep, if it's trying to... I'm just trying to kind of get an idea of what it's doing. Remember, you guys remember this one, I think. Needs pets, too fluffy. I like him scruffy, but it's too hot out for it. He off the yerk. He is off the yerk. Look at him, bro. He's on something. He's on something, bro. God damn. Put the cat in the box, Zach. Can we get the cats in the box? Can we put the cat in the box? God damn. Somebody put the cat in the box, man. Fuck.
Called one. All of the clips you're seeing here are real, some of the best Counter-Strike esports moments, but beyond that, none of what you're seeing is in-game footage.
Look at my eyes, tell me your tale, do you see the road? I'm out to my soul, tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face.
God, this shit goes hard as fuck, bro. And this isn't even, it's Valorant. Valorant's not even cool, but it's okay.
This is Nikki HD, an editor who single-handedly inspired the edits you literally just saw. Her montages are exclusively made in 3D, meaning she would painstakingly model and reanimate each and every shot all by herself.
That's fucking cold. That is cold.
That's why I couldn't. Many of us played and created because of the ones who came before. That edit she made was one dedicated to her late mentor. And in turn, it's Nikki's edits of Pamage's clips that first got me into learning 3D. Her larger influence outside these games speaks to a greater idea, that the creative seeds these games once planted have only since bloomed elsewhere. For better or for worse.
Get off the fucking game and do your husband dishes, bitch!
But editing? Fuck editing. I hate editing. What about the best clips? Rock montages were made by some of the best teams out there, those who focused less on edits than the insane clips their players hit. At the tippy top was Exalt, a clan of schmucks who didn't just hit quad feeds, but 5-ons, 6-ons.
Go back to the kitchen and do your husband's dishes, bitch.
Bullets. Their trilogy of montages acted as benchmarks, raising the bar higher and higher, and yet there's only one member who I want to talk about. This is Kings. His profile picture was a goat. This guy knew who he was. His sniping was among the best, and yet he went for shit that the rest never even thought
This is the type of
Dude,
this is the type of editing that Jimbop does, man. This is the type of editing Jimbop does. Jimbop be doing this shit, bruh. Jimbop be doing this shit, bruh. This is Jimbop editing.
His ideas were the most creative of any player I'd seen, and he made an entire series of montages with them, each named after a different Slipknot album. His shit was album length. It was completed over 2 years and edited entirely
crazy.
using Sony.
You made this in Vegas? Why would you make this in... Come on, man. Why would you make this in Vegas? Why would you make this in Sony Vegas, bro? That people gotta stop using Sony Vegas. Uh-oh, is stream down? Is stream up? Is stream working? I gotta make sure stream is working here. What was the announcement? Oh, the announcement is that I'm doing, I'm gonna be doing next week. We're gonna start with just a, I'm gonna not finish, but I can't stop streaming until I beat or get to round 300 in balloons. And there's gonna be things that people can do to stop me from getting to round 300. And then after that, later August, we'll do like later August. We're gonna do a dono-thon kind of thing where if we reach the goal hit, my stream will increase by how long I have to stream. So it's going to be an average 24-hour stream. It's going to be a 24-hour stream, but you can add time to the stream by getting to the dono goals, and then it'll increase the time that I have to continue to keep streaming. So that's what we're doing for this month. There might be a few other things that I do. There might be a few other things that we do in August. Maybe some special things. Quick clip. Oh, God. Okay. What am I looking at? March Baby getting married to Chat in August when? You guys want to get married? I mean, I guess polyamory is like kind of accepted nowadays, like these days. So like, I mean, I'm not like opposed to it, I guess.
King of Hearts. $75. That's all right.
What am I watching? This guy's just doing scratcher tickets?
I will not quit.
What is he gonna do? Prize. Don't do anything on. No!
Here comes the Furby of the day!
What? Here comes the Furby of the day!
So this is if you're wondering what the fuck's going on right now, this is an old segment I used to do in the earlier videos. I think I got up to about $600, and then for some reason, I decided I was going to stop doing it. But then I was like, I don't know why I stopped. So I'm bringing it back. All right, today's Furby. We have a Generation 8 Labrador Furby. This one cost me $267, which is honestly...
Where's Snails? Where's Snails at, dude? Snails would eat this shit up.
Sounds like a lot, but it's actually a bargain. If you know the story behind the Generation 8 Furbies. So what happened was the sales for the Generation 7 Furbies, they were really bad. So they sort of cut production and stopped selling them. But they did release them for in I think like some South American countries like Mexico and maybe like a few others. So they're usually pretty expensive. And this little guy, this little adorable fella, he speaks
He
Spanish.
opens like he's opening like Pokemon packs. He's like scratching off scratch tickets, which will return more profit. $1,600 scratchies versus $1,600 worth of Pokemon booster packs. And he has a random segment in here where he just fucking shows us his fucking Furby of the day.
It was disappointing. All right, we got two here, and they're both times.
Why is his nails like this, bro? Like, is he okay? Is he okay? Why does he have this all over his nails? I'm pretty sure his other nails have the same issue.
$5, so $10, $20. Yeah, $20. That's if you
his like fingers are all fucked up. What does he do? What is his job? Bro, what the fuck? This guy's like evil. Riru's over party? Yeah, sorry, wife, but you're getting raped. Well, not by anybody here. I would never allow that. But chat, before we get back into things, before I even forget, let's make sure we do this really quick before I even forget, because I'm gonna get fucking raped if I don't do this. Okay, Abby U is here. Abby U is here, and I'm gonna get raped if I don't do this. I gotta play some music really quick because I do have to get off stream eventually. Oh my! It's broken again! Spotify keeps breaking. It's not even funny. Like, I don't even know why it keeps breaking. I'm gonna play it somewhere else. It's okay. If I don't play the Abby music, I'm probably gonna get like fucking judged horribly. Do I not get raped? No, Jesus cow, you're okay, you're safe. It's like it's internal bleeding when you hit your finger hard. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I've had that happen before. I thought it was on all of his fingers, to be fair. And I was like, why? Abby, you better be here, motherfucker. Wish the fruits would fly on the screen. What do you mean? This song is very interesting. It's a very interesting song.
Never meant to make you feel so small. I'm just that tall. I don't want to haunt you.
I swear you shrink each time I'm near. I'm not that tall. I need you here. Maybe we weren't meant to speak last week. Repeat. I hate these feet. I swear you shrink each time I'm near. I'm not that tall. I need you here. Maybe we weren't meant to speak last week. Repeat.
Never meant to make you feel so small. I'm just that tall. I don't want to haunt you. Never meant to make you feel so small. I'm just that tall.
What do you guys think of this song? Abby's not here. I guarantee you Abby's not here. Abby was here for a second, then Abby left. And Abby isn't even listening to Abby music. Zach currently thinking. This next song is gonna be fucking evil. This next song is gonna be fucking evil, dude. It's gonna be what's wrong with the world.
It's big. Everything is stars and stripes.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
It's big. Everything is stars and stripes.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
It's big. Everything is stars and stripes.
Brother.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
It's big.
Okay.
Everything is stars and stripes.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
Is that it?
It's big. Be with me. Everything is stars and stripes.
Is this all it is?
Is getting drunk tonight.
It's big. Be with me. Everything is stars and stripes.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
It's big.
I don't wanna drink another soda with another mother. I guess I'm gonna make an order. It's big.
It's big.
I don't wanna drink
Bro,
another soda with another mother. I guess I'm gonna make an order. It's big.
It's big.
I don't wanna drink another soda with another mother. I guess I'm gonna make an order. It's big.
Just a reminder, if you are paying for, you know, your membership, if you want another song, you can in fact have. You can put them in now.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
It's big. Everything is stars and stripes.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
It's big. Everything is stars and stripes.
God damn it. Bloke Fatto likes this stuff, I bet.
Everything is stars and
I wonder where Bloke Fatto is, man.
Cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
Chat, my fucking mic, my mic stand broke.
Cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
And I'm sad.
Be with me. Everything is stars and stripes.
A cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
It's big.
I don't wanna drink another soda with another mother. I guess I'm gonna make an order. It's
I did not, Toaster. It's $1 per song.
I don't wanna drink another soda with another mother. I guess I'm gonna make an order.
Unless you're, of course, a $10 membership or a $5 membership.
I don't wanna drink another soda with another mother. I guess I'm gonna make an order. It's big.
It's big.
I don't wanna drink another soda with another mother. I guess I'm gonna make an order. It's big.
Abby? I guarantee you Abby was not here for any of that. And that deeply saddens me. That deeply saddens me to know that Abby wasn't even here for the making of that. It's whatever. It's whatever. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. Completely unlistenable. I don't know what I just listened to. Damn it, Abby. Damn it, Abby. Damn it. I don't know what I'm listening to. She just says it's big. I think I'm going to drink another soda. I don't know what I'm supposed to like about the song. What am I supposed to be like? Yes, this is beautiful. Nothing about it is good. Fuck! Yeah, Abby won because Abby successfully pissed me the fuck off. By the way, chat, on the Discord, there is a new section called the movies, shows, and movies, shows, suggestions. And I'm going to implement a thing where if you guys want to recommend, you guys can kind of recommend a free movie, you know, one movie a month. And then if you guys want to recommend any more movies or shows for me to watch, it's going to cost you, all right? I think I'm going to implement something like that. And then I'll do like a full-on review of it. I'll do like a full-on review. Oh!
Salungguhit 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 salungguhit.
Thank you for the $2, Big Aaron, for raping my ears. Salam guit. We showed your cat earlier, Big Aaron. We showed off your Aaron cat. Yeah, it was pretty big.
Vegas was the first
two song. Okay. Two song. You already have 2 free ones, motherfucker. But why don't you hand them over? Salam guit, salam guit, salam guit, salam guit, salam guit. Salam guit, salam guit, salam guit. Salam guit. It sounds Indian almost. You know, when you think about it, it almost sounds Indian almost. Salam guit. Salam guit. Salam guit. Abby, were you not here for the 2 songs I just played? Your 2 songs? Please tell me you were here. Please. Big Aaron's cats look so joyous and fluffy. Here, let me go grab one of mine. Here, Zach, entertain them. Abby's about to make me listen to the songs again. Abby's about to be like, you have to listen to them again. No, fuck. All right, we got Ginger here. I was getting Chinese food. Guys, thoughts on this? Well, there's a lot of cheese. Ginger, do you want to say hi? You were the fan favorite, Ginger, or was it Taro? What team? Your team Ginger. Hi, Ginger. What's up, Ginger? Taro won? Oh, Taro won. Your brother won, Ginger. How does that make you feel? Now, chat, Ginger is in fact a fat ass. Ginger eats all the food, and I think Ginger is the culprit because we just bought treats. We bought a whole thing of treats. Somebody knocked over the treats and opened it up and spilled it all over the floor, and now the entire thing of treats is completely gone. And I think I know who did it. So now this is becoming a Ginger punishment stream because she is the one who did it. Very obviously. Because it isn't our first boys, because they've never done that. We've let treats sit out. And they're perfectly fine. Then we get 2 new cats, and now all of a sudden you leave treats sit out. And then this one, the one that likes to eat everything, say something for us, Ginger. You like to talk. You're the one that likes to talk. The only reason why I brought you in here is because out of the 2, you talk over Taro. Give me a beat, Ginger. Oops.
Yeah.
No one's vomited, and I haven't seen any diarrhea. What's up, Ginger? Are you interested in what's going on?
This is exclusive right here. Street Stars Radio. Yeah.
Ginger Swiss cheese your block, little Marcus. She did, dude. She did. I did, since they ate like a ridiculous amount of treats. I think all 4 of them ate like a ridiculous amount of treats. I took their food away. Because I don't want them overeating. Especially after they ate treats. I'll give them their food back tonight, but they ate like, it was a whole thing of treats. Not a good thing for them to do, by the way. It's weird because we just got the whole thing of treats, and there was a thing of treats sitting next to it that they'd never knock over. They've never knocked that one over, but they knocked the new one over.
Skateboarders grind, I grind too. That's why you can catch me in DC shoes. I quit the team, but believe I'm ballin'. Want a verse, put up a stack or quit callin'. 30s on my Chevrolet, call me super duper. Garage like roots, I got more whips than Kucha. Riviera sitting on the Bulls' best hooper.
Yes.
Y'all still riding 20s, y'all some Oompa Loompas.
Ginger, you gonna dance?
Got bad behavior. My 415s woke up the neighbors. Interior crocodile.
Yes.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. You already know what it is. Street Stars Radio, world famous pretty boy Floyd, Chip the Ripper.
That was a fucking dope ass song. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Aaron, you're on one. Aaron, you're fucking on one, dude.
Drinking a beer and flicking my bean. Praying my
What?
dad
What?
don't hear me
What?
cry. Camping in the backwoods by the
What?
creek. Horny as a bitch in the country heat. I'm rubbing a corn cob on my clit. Giving my
Whoa!
lips a little twist.
Excuse me?
This tight-ass country tent smells like I just caught a fish. Rubbing my pussy, ooh goody goody. Drunk
What the fuck am I listening to?
fishing, dipping and licking. Smells so strong and feels so good. I can use about anything to flick my country cowgirl bean. If whiskey's neat and boots still scoot, country girls make do.
This is actually just disgusting. This is actually just fucking disgusting.
When I diddle my daisy, mama says finger
Jesus
fishing ain't for
Christ!
ladies. So when I come home to visit, I play this fiddle where they can't listen. Scratching the sweet spot, the juicy peach spot. That's my weak
oh my
spot,
God!
I can't be caught. So I sneak out whenever they're busy to play a little patty cake with my kitty. Rubbing my pussy, ooh goody goody. Drunk as a motherfucker in the woods. Cowgirl fishing, dipping and licking. Smells so strong and feels so good.
Marcus, do you fuck with corn? I love corn. So tasty and so good.
If whiskey's neat and boots still scoot, country girls make do.
Ginger, why are you sitting like this?
Rubbing my pussy, ooh goody goody. Drunk as a motherfucker in
Quicks is
the
dead.
woods. Cowgirl fishing, dipping
Quicks is officially dead. Don't Google country girls make do. Why? What does that mean?
Country girls make do. Country girls make do.
Now, chat, my cat Ginger here is now sniffing for more fucking food because she's so fucking fat.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel.
Oh.
Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling nigga this and nigga that. Call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react and wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black. Well, pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground
This
back
is
then.
Nate.
Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright. Look. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in a rut. And I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living on free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor. Or
Wix was the mod,
while
yeah.
you party on the road cause you ain't got no fucking goals? You already late. You motherfuckers need to get your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you're proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight. And then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. Fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. They fucked the world with a Make America Great condom. My voice been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother.
Yeah,
and
Quix's
his
mod
girlfriend's
was
black.
given to Big Aaron. Aaron is now the new holder of the mod.
Jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans
It would have
out.
gone to
Maybe we should
Castro,
send them
but
all to
Castro
the
hasn't
ghetto
been
for
around
now.
in a
I'm
while.
not racist.
Castro gave
And I
up.
never lied, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, studied the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my god. And all you care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet, and that's the nigga within you. Music rotting your brain and slowly
The
starting
what
to
is
convince
within
you?
you?
Let your kids listen, and then the cycle continues. Blame it all on the menu, blame it on those drinks, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on white privileges, blame it on white kids, and just blame it on white citizens. Aim at the vice president.
Can I be the orange to honor Quix? You can. You can,
Niggas
Ben.
kneeling on the field, that's a flag down. How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gonna show us some respect. You gonna stand for this country, nigga.
Whoa!
I'm not racist. I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more. It's like you wanna be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass. You ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that gold out your mouth. Quit the pitiful stuff. And then maybe police and stop
It's white
killing
boy
you.
summer,
What the
homie.
fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into two floors.
what are you
I'm not
doing?
racist. But there's two sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours.
YouTube, get this guy. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I wish that I
No!
knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear. With all disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at. Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that?
This song is so
And that's
cringe.
one war you'll never win. The power in the word nigga is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just cause you got nigga friends. Nigga.
Oh.
That word was originated for you to keep us under. That when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. And even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave, that shit gets to me, and you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga. I'm
This is
sorry,
so
you
deep,
can never
Jeff.
fill my life. Trying to have
Can we
faith,
get an
but I
N-word
never felt
counter?
all right. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Trying to find a job, but ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no dough. You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Try to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit. This the shit that I'm false with. And you don't know shit about my people. That's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken or no barbecue. You don't know about the two
Fried
step
chicken?
or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 Chainz or no Kool-Aid. You don't know. And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and I was payback for that. I'm not racist. I never lied, but I noticed a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praised Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died. Nigga, die, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracking within
Don't
you.
say that.
It all
Don't
in your
say
brain
that.
and
That you
slowly
can't
starts to
say
convince
that.
you. And you teach it to your children until the cycle continue. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on black citizens. Aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but I might be any day now. Treating everybody how you want in any way how. I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now. And now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now. Shit. You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Cause even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us. I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot. You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops. And I know if you about to die or not. You worry about your life, so you take mine. I love you, but I fucking hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade shoes so we could change lives so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building but split into both sides. I'm not racist.
Marcy baby, I
There's
can't
two
believe you
sides to every
support
story, and now
racism.
you know mine.
You're supporting racism. What? Why? Why? No, I'm not. Stop.
Can't erase the scars with a bandage.
This needs a verse from Jewish
Hoping
perspective.
maybe we can come to an understanding.
I think we need a Jewish. Can we get Abby on? Can we get Abby on to rap?
I'm not racist.
True. I don't disavow. I disavow racism completely. I disavow all racism. I am not racist. I am good. I am good white boy.
White boy, got it rattling the trombone, got it blaring out the window.
What is this?
This that white boy, this that 911.
God, it's Tom McDonald. It's gonna suck so much.
White boy, got it rattling the trombone, got it blaring out the windows of the wet from. This that white boy, this that 911. They call me the GOAT, I'm just a regular cracker. I ain't getting any blacker. Born in a wife beater with a middle finger, a lit cigarette, and my face tatted. I don't give a damn, won't give a damn, so most of them panic. There's a white boy in this mother who ain't afraid of getting canceled. Boy, that's me, boy, that's us. We got white boys by the trucks, we got honkies by the hundreds.
I'm not racist. I just fondled my balls with one hand. What?
In a can of fuel, white boy, but I'm down to get black and blue. If I catch it, it's a rap for you.
White boy, got it rattling the trombone, got it blaring.
God, this is hard to listen to.
They call me the one, I'm just a regular cracker, opposite of Marshall Mathers. I got American flags, I'll never be woke, I'm happy offending the masses. I don't feel afraid, won't be ashamed, dog, you know I'm a savage. This white boy don't care, bro, I'm trying to get canceled.
Boy, that's me, boy, that's us. We got white boys by the trucks, we got honkies by the hundreds, we got rednecks popping trunks.
Trying to verbalize it, you ain't ever gonna hurt a giant, ain't worth the violence, can't burn what I am. You can hide when I finally find you, I'ma turn you into fertilizer.
White boy, got it rattling the trombone.
God, this is hard to listen to. He's Canadian. Wait, it's Tom McDonald Canadian? Oh my. He is a Canadian. He's not even American.
It's at WHITEBOY until I DIE die.
It's that white boy. This that white boy.
He's not even from America. I love the positive and charismatic oranges. Song is garb. They're French. No, I mean like he like flings around like the American flag in almost like every video. It isn't his whole thing. Isn't Tom McDonald's whole thing about being like American and stuff? Isn't like that's his like whole thing. That's like his whole fucking thing. He's all about like being American. This is the greatest song of all time. Yeah, I thought his whole thing was about being like white. Not white, sorry. It was about being like American. Doesn't he like sing about like American politics and everything? He's not even from here. Abby, I already played your music, motherfucker. Fuck. Whatever, Abby. I'll let you have another song. You can have another song. Because I do have to get off soon, and I'm not going to have time for anything else. So you can have other songs. Yeah, a lot of rightoid grifters are like that. These Canadians love telling Americans what to do. True. Okay, I gotta look it up. For some reason, my Spotify is like raped. Okay, there we go. Oh! Big Aaron,
Dalawang song you can't escape.
Thank you for the $2. Big Aaron! About to hit you from the back. She really said Dalawa. Okay, what's wrong with that? What it? You know what? For most Abby songs, this one's definitely not that bad. You know, most Abby songs are pretty sexual regardless, so I'm not fazed by it anymore. This is Kim Petras. Abby, you weren't even here for it, man. You weren't even here for it, man. I listened to your first two songs, and then I was literally like getting pissed off because I was like, I don't understand what the fuck I'm listening to. I've listened to actually good music. Shaking my head. Post Tom McDonald. I don't know if this is like what Abby like wants to do with me, is like hit it from the back or something. I can't tell you. Who is the old white woman that he's singing with here?
Thank God that we're back. Couldn't take another 4 years. That's a wrap. I can take a bath in your tears. That's a fact. You got lipstick all on your beard. You're a man. That is cap. That is cap. 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 You pretending you're accepting. That's an act. You hear pat. 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 If you want our freedom, come and take
What?
it back.
I'm gonna be racist against trans people for a minute, but this is a terrible song by transgender standards, for real. What? I don't get it. Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah, Granny on the beat. God, dude, this stuff is... I'm sorry, I don't know who could listen to Tom McDonald unironically.
If you mad about it, go and cry about it. Shave your head and wear a shirt that says you're woke. If you can't handle
Roseanne's twerking it for us.
say goodbye to Joe, your daddy's coming home. We won, you mad, it's done, too bad, boo-hoo, so sad, now you're
What's up, Abby, bro?
We won, you mad, you cry, we laugh, we wave the flag, now your daddy's home. We won, you mad, it's done, too bad, boo-hoo, so sad.
Like, Tom McDonald has 5 million subs. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I don't. Is there something I'm missing? Oh my god, it's facts. Never mind. This one goes hard. YouTube isn't letting you dono? What?
If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cause
For Abby.
Thank you, Big Aaron, for raping my ear. Oh my god. Ben Shapiro, he's coming! Marcus, can you spot a brother? $2. Why isn't it letting you donate? What the hell?
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a whack. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You go into prison, I'm on television. Dog, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1. This ain't rap. This ain't money.
Hell yeah, Ben Shapiro verse.
We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was playing.
That was so fucking awesome when he said that. When he said, look at the facts, it's like the name of the song, and it's like Ben Shapiro said that. IDF radishes.
I guess it's cool to be the victim, well, I'ma be the man. You sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you.
Ben is nuts to agreeing to this. Wait, Marcus, do you that Tuck wrote the whole song including Ben's part? Wait, who wrote the song? Who wrote the entire song? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually excited for Abby music at this point. Tom wrote the entire... Wait, what? Turkey Tom wrote that song? No way, you gotta be lying. You gotta be lying. Oh no, it's this fucking song. No. No, I'm learning terrible information. It's 100 gex, which I don't want to listen to, and then Turkey Tom wrote that song. No! Fuck! Dude, Abby Kata was actually shaking ass on screen. This toaster person is obsessed with trans people. I know, man. What the hell? Why is Toaster so infatuated with trans? This is the one where the song breaks, isn't it? The song breaks. Maybe it's not gonna break. Maybe this song's fine. This is featuring Charlie XCX, Rico Nasty, Caro Caro, Bonito. What? We notice and we examine. Jimbo, I was gonna say Jimbo would love Toaster. Jimbo loves trans music. By the way, Chad, I do have to get going pretty soon. Oh no, it's gonna break. Yep, this is where the song breaks and it sucks. Yeah, and then randomly at the end of it, it just starts going like, what the fuck is this? I will admit, out of all the 100 Gex songs, that one was a lot tamer. That one wasn't like, is it Money Machine? Is Money Machine the one where it starts going like, like it starts doing like that shit?
Come on, Bamster, bring that beat in.
Brother, what is this song?
I'll be your Stepford, baby. Hollywood Hills with no thoughts in my head. Just thinking about gossip and picking up bread. Won't you come around and charge me up 100%? I'm technologic, baby, plug it in, I'm ready to go. So technologic, do you want it like a truck?
What is DAW? What is a DAW? Marcus, I am fucking crashing out. Astro John, what's going on?
Please, can you explain to me geopolitics? So technologic, do you want it like a chip? You can shut off if I spark, turn off the breakers when you come and see me.
Hello, John 9. Hello, John 9.
I can be any kind of girl, you can just load me up, you know, you tell me anything you want and I will never.
Yeah, I know Sensitive Society. Everybody knows Sensitive Society, I feel.
Technologic, do you want it like a truck? You can shut off if I spark, turn off the breakers when you come and see me later. I'm a good girl, it's my program. I can never ever
made a video downplaying what Muta has done. Interesting. Oh, okay. Saying that as long as he wasn't giving any advice, that he doesn't really care if he was a fake engineer. Interesting. 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 I'd have to check it out and see for myself, because I can kind of understand where he might be coming from if that's what is, if that's like, if he's saying like, oh, Muta's just only said he's like an ex-engineer but never gave actual like advice, I guess. If Muta never gave like advice ever, like any technological advice, then I guess you could say like, was he like harming anybody with like the claim? I guess not really, but I think if Sensitive just thinks like, oh, I don't care because of that, I think he's missing the point. I think he's definitely missing the point for sure. Cause like, yeah, I understand what he's saying when he's saying like, oh, well, he wasn't giving advice, who cares? Well, that's not the point. That's not the entire point. There's more to it than just that. There's more to it than just that. John, I do have to get off. I have to get off, actually. Like, I have to get off now. My wife needs me to go drop off stuff for her, actually. We can definitely pull up the video tomorrow and we'll talk over it. But I think Sensitive is missing the point. I think Sensitive is missing the entire point. Like a retard. Cause like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, yeah, sure. You know, is he giving advice? No. Is he harming anybody by saying he's like an engineer? No, not entirely, but he's lying about his fucking career for a... Oh, Muta was giving advice? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, now I'm intrigued. He was giving advice about Linux, Windows, all sorts of different stuff. Interesting. Oh, yeah, Sensitive's raped. Sensitive is fucking raped. He's gonna get raped. We're gonna have to rape him. It's time to whip out where's the rape button? I need a rape button, and tomorrow we're gonna turn the rape button on, chat. That's what we're gonna do. We're turning the rape button on because we got a rape sensitive society. There we go. There's all the rapes. That's all the rape I need. All right, chat. I'm gonna get going because I gotta hurry. Yeah, where's the Solly with her 14-inch bad dragon? Fuck. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. All right, chat. Have a good day. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or wait, hold on. He also said that as long as he wasn't acting like a professional, which also isn't true, he has on multiple topics. He has, actually. He has said multiple times that he is like a expert in the field or whatever. We'll have to check that out tomorrow for sure. We'll see that tomorrow. We're going to check that out tomorrow, chat. I'm rating Jimbo. All right, I'm going to drive over to my wife with not my new vehicle. It's been my vehicle for the longest time, actually. With my vehicle. Goodbye.